We back. We back. We back. We back. What was that?
Hello.
What's up, TK?
What's up?
Chilling, chilling. I'm waiting on Mo and Solo to join.
Are we off shooting on here today?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Did you like this one last time?
Huh?
Did you like this one last time when me and you was doing it?
Yeah, and plus it's like they're both good. It's just this
Mm-hmm.
is faster to set up 4 people. I gotta um,
Do a lot
it's gonna
more
take
different
longer.
things.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer. Where I can just let me send this to Mo.
Now,
So my people
Salamander, make
thought
no crazy takes on here today.
uh, on week. Mo was like, yeah, Mo was like, they thought I got replaced. No, somebody was like, yo, you thought I got it? I'm like, nah. Who sent
No,
me this?
what? We've been wanting to shoot with him. He just hasn't been able to. At the times like that, we like shoot late and stuff. That time.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
nah, I
we've
was
been
like,
trying to catch him.
nah, yeah, Mo been busy. Me and Mo, we shot like multiple episodes already. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
if you need a break, not a break, but like, people got stuff to do. So when what I'm saying, because he called me to
Mhm.
shoot, but I wasn't available that day.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I'm like, come on
No, he
now.
is. Trust me, he is not being replaced.
No, no, no. I was like, yeah, he's tripping.
Mhm.
But I'm driving home.
It's good that we're all shooting together before the whole world thinks he did get replaced.
Huh?
I said it's good we're all shooting together so the world doesn't think he is getting replaced.
Yeah, no, he's not getting replaced. I'm like, that
I know.
crazy.
But you know how that's how shit like gets started for no good reason.
Yeah, people be talking, but never. Where's
Mhm.
um, where's oh, okay. Let me send it this
How
other
did
thing.
I go to the gym today and I'm more on time than them?
No,
And
no,
I
no.
got
They're not on
here.
time. They've been waiting on me. I'm the one that's been setting up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more takes it one person that I know that be on time, 100% of the time. If you tell Mo to be somewhere at 8, Mo is there at 7.
Yeah, no, Mo's on time. Mo's on time. Like
Right?
I'm more
Him?
late because I'm always doing little stuff, but
Yeah, people be busy. Mo says he's there at 7. He's there at 7. So who sent me this? Somebody. I think somebody I went. I'm trying to see who it
does
is.
Mo know we're shooting on Game of Blitz today?
Yeah, I talked to Mo. We might get Mo Brock, man.
No, I didn't know. Does he know where we're shooting on? That's all.
Yeah, now he knows.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Because I was like waiting for a call. And then I was like, oh, let me just see if you're on Game of Blitz, and then I got the notification on this.
yeah. Nah, that's funny. Extreme heat advisory. Stay cool, safe. A heat advisory in effect. Could Chris get this? You showing me? Uh,
Nothing.
no, I'm looking. I'm laughing at something. Hold on. Let me go.
Sarita, when you guys are done drinking the water, y'all need to throw the water bottles away, okay? There's water bottles all over here.
I sent the wolves on you. Let me mute my audio. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Mo and Salah to join.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, when they join, we can start.
Mm-hmm. Where's Nico?
She's downstairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
I'm
else
not
you
there.
doing? And go from?
No, they all good. We live right now on YouTube too, so just letting
Oh,
you
okay.
know.
Nice. We're waiting for the rest of the crew.
Yeah, sent them boys at you. Let me see. You can,
Sorry. Hmm?
you know, you can mute yourself.
I forgot that I was on live. Sorry.
You can like, croak, croak. Let me be my in front of Ma, I brought you up.
Hello? Mic check, 1, 2.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You can hear
Oh,
me?
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear
All right. We can start a solid join. Okay.
you. I like
Um,
this.
pause. I know my. You make your return. The first thing you say is something that's
Look,
pause
look.
worthy.
I was just I don't know if you saw my story um
No, what
on,
happened again?
on Instagram. So all the girls are talking about Love Island, right?
Uh huh.
So you gotta look at the story first before I tell you, so you gotta understand what it.
Okay, let me see. Let
What's
me go
going
look at
on?
it. So,
Isn't Love Island trending right now? Like, isn't it like the number one show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
he said, "I keep seeing Ace, Ace, Ace." That one right there.
Yeah, that's the one
Like
nigga on
he's
the show named Ace.
like he America Most Wanted. Can y'all create a close friend for Love Island and leave us out of that shit, please? Who and who though? Who's that? I don't even watch the
Hold
show,
on.
but I know all their names. Please, enough. Okay.
Some people are getting tired of it.
So when he posted that, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, that shit lit. I said that I'm tuned in because Kenny watching it. I said, but don't tell that out because you're not gonna let me have it. He said, nah, I gotta tell him. The
It's
nigga
on
said,
gang. Kelly was just watching that and told me, I'm
yeah.
tuning in as well. But
So
yo, no,
you been watching it with her?
yo, he
Mo?
tagged me.
You tag me, right?
Hell no.
It's
I said,
okay. He talking about you married. You ain't got no choice. Married niggas get it passed.
Okay.
This like got out of watching it too. He just,
They do get a little pass
uh,
though, low key.
oh, I definitely telling him
Like
you gotta.
literally, my husband be watching some bullshit with me. He would never watch by himself. He sure do though. He be like, "Ain't that the girl that?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yo,
no,
honestly, I
it's
don't even
not.
know. I don't even know what that is, bro.
That's like it's on weak ass
Bro,
show.
if your wife watches it, you'll know.
It's addictive,
Well, I don't
bro.
know.
Bro, I didn't want nothing
But I
that said.
remember
Speaking
I
of
watched
talking
the
about it, I don't
whole
even watch it. Huh?
I watched the whole last season with Kenny, bro.
I
And
don't
this
even
season,
watch
yeah.
it, Mo, but it just the commercial just showed up on my like thing on the screen, literally. But I don't watch it. Like, but because it's trending so much, I would have embedded it.
I
Let me
should
ask
have mad
Nunso.
dramatic.
Hmm.
Nunso, do you watch what is it called? Love? Do you watch
Love
Love
Island.
Island? I don't even know what that. I know what she watch. She's watching All American right now.
Oh yeah.
Do you watch Love Island?
Take some of this and put it on your leg.
Huh? Yep. Nunso don't watch it. Yep. We clear.
Yeah.
Huh? I trying
Come
to
on,
get
weekly.
I guess it's like Love Island is like popping right now, and Mo is saying that I'll be watching it too, but don't tell Daughter because he's not gonna let me have it. It says Kenny watch it, he watched it too. This he's saying MDG said Donald probably watch it too because Noosa watch it. Not in this house. We ain't watching no Love Island. Uh yeah, All American. Yeah, go to internet. We won.
Say we won.
Yeah. Oh yo, so funny, bro. He said I'm weak as hell, bro. Yo, talk about what I don't even know what Love Island is, bro. Like I don't. Yeah, I'm weak. Solid join. We about to do it up. Tank, are you ready yet?
Ready? I'm ready.
Okay.
You take this and put it back in my room when you're done.
Times go by. Whooping up. Lie. Okay, ready.
Yo,
What up, Big Sue?
what's the deal, Tanaka? What's up?
What's
You ready,
goody,
can.
gang? What's goody?
What's good?
Well, whenever
What,
you're ready, you can
what
turn
you
your
on
camera.
today, bro? What you on today? We with the shits today or not?
Right. I'm over here with some
you
Bro,
want-
this
you want
dude.
what?
new module sonoro.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so you can it is a part like that.
There's
Yeah,
the
but I
boy.
ain't showing face. Yeah, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah.
We
Damn.
need face, right?
Yeah, this
Yeah, one
pause,
second.
but yeah, but this
Oh
is.
man, man.
I told you I'm like pod.
We potting
Oh, I
today,
thought.
bro.
How
That's
do
cool.
I hold on.
Just click the camera, Mo, and it will
I see
activate the
it. I
call.
see it.
But I guess it's cool. You could just do the audio. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah, my bad, bro. I'm good.
I was
It
like
says
somebody
waiting for permission.
permission for what?
Waiting for permission. Please accept your browser camera permission prompt to
Oh
continue.
yeah, that's on your side.
But how do I do
I'm
that?
putting in that AirPods flat.
Uh, um, repeat it again.
No, I'm
What is
Awaiting.
about to
it?
put my
Is
AirPods
it waiting
on.
for permission? Please accept your browser camera permission prompt to continue.
Try to refresh it.
Oh
You know,
shoot! I think I left my
so
Maybe
how
AirPods.
do
try to
I
like
Can you
try to
give me
double.
1 second? I'm gonna go downstairs and get my
Yeah,
AirPods.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm good now.
All right, cool. Dog, we on a pod. Dog,
That
salute,
dog.
good.
How do I man?
When they don't copy na company.
No, you can like you can like just it's like camera la sala, but like when you're done when you're not
Okay,
you
bet.
know it's in a
For
lot.
sure.
But you can
Listen,
do the audio
okay.
because it's like three of us here anyway. You good? You
I bet.
funny, man.
For sure. Yo, Mo, what's the deal?
What's up? What's up, Tyler? You good?
That's chilling, man, chilling.
Like so, Moya Abrazo, he's not gonna be controversial. So I already know what this is. It's like, Emma Abra come back, man. You better yell, nigga. You your house. You better yell.
Dog.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
watching Love Island in my crib right now.
Bro.
So Tyler, what's going on Love Island? I know you watching that shit.
Bro, I just started season 7.
You like it?
Uh, nah, you don't know, I don't
That
like that
nigga, that nigga
shit.
Ace remind me of Bean. Nigga
Bean?
terrorizing the whole island.
We people be post. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Yeah, but Love Island, like, we don't care. I don't care. I never
Hey, hey,
care.
I know David, you was a big T Mac guy. Why they trying to act like T Mac was
I'm with
bogus?
Bro,
yo. I'm ready. I got the video. I'm ready to. But we don't
today
let
or
nobody
what day
slide,
was that?
huh?
You,
T Mac
you
made
used
me
to
start
be a
watching
big T
basketball.
Mac guy.
I'm still a big T Mac guy, but just because you say when you say bullshit, we gotta call you out on it, bro.
We gotta call this dude out on bullshit. And Gilbert
Yeah,
Arenas and them. So right when you texted Gilbert Arenas, I was watching the video where Nick Young got mad at him.
yeah,
And they was trying to act like, because Gilbert, he supports all type of loser activity. That's
for
Gilbert.
sure.
He
You
a
know what I
troll
mean?
too, bro. That nigga, I don't know.
Nah,
Sometimes
Yeah.
he be trying to act like
He
he be meaning it and try to act like he trolling. He means it.
hmm
Like,
he like diminishing like rings and counted up as team success. So it,
yeah,
it, it makes it feel like he's on the level of the players that actually won. That it's just an excuse, like, oh, they only won because they had a better team. Just like that bust ass nigga T Mac trying to
yeah.
act like, oh yeah, if you just put me with Shaq and I would have won. T Mac, you never made it out the first round, bruh.
And not
And when
only
you
that,
did, you wasn't a factor when you did. It was like you was just a bench nigga or some shit.
now let's save that because I want us to like cook him in a real nice way. Him and Hibachi, bro, really put them on a dinner plate, serve them. Like,
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Hibachi just all type of loser mentality, bro. I
He
ain't
acted
gonna
like he
lie to
wasn't
you.
shooting like 41%.
40%.
Like, come on, son.
And then
He,
he be trying to diminish the fact that Nick Young got a ring. He was on a better
yes.
team. It is what it is, but like that's not
He
his fault. You can't be
nah,
mad at
I
that.
exactly.
think
Yeah.
I think he
Hey,
was a better
bro.
player than Nick Young though.
No, he
He
No,
was a
was,
yeah.
but
better player
No,
than Nick
yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
We know that.
But
None of
but the
us are
thing is
denying
though,
that.
I could never, and Nick Young and him brought up a good point, right? Where it was like, oh, he was trying to say if he was on Lakers, but Nick, like chemistry and the dynamic changes because you might not be
Mm-hmm.
good enough to win as a number two, bro. And if you go over there trying to be the number two, you might really mess everything up. It's
no,
probably
that's
not.
true.
I mean, Shaq had Penny Hardaway beforehand, so just because you got great guards or great players next to you don't mean that it's gonna mix well all the time. Look at Giannis and
Yeah,
Dame.
that's true.
Dame thought winning the ring. Oh, as soon as I get a great player, it's easy. It's no problem.
Yep.
But then he got a great player and saw, oh shit, it's not as simple. I gotta make hella sacrifices, hella adjustments gotta be made. Cause Dame used to be on the same type of time. Even Giannis for a second, like players be thinking, oh, just teaming up means it's just gonna be easy. If KD isn't the example that it ain't that simple, you
Yep.
feel me? He done had Beal, Harden, Kyrie, like Booker. He done had hella, and even the team he going to now, that shit is like, what the fuck? Another, perfect situation.
No, I
But
agree.
it don't always work together just because it's great players playing together, you know?
No, facts.
And
I
I'm
agree
like,
Yeah,
hundred
nah,
percent.
Gil be pissing me off, bro. Some of his takes, like, I just be like, nigga, bro. Like, I still be thinking he be trolling, cause I don't know, like, you be saying that, I be saying that some of them he be meaning it. For me, I still be thinking, cause I don't think he's that stupid of a guy to be saying some of the stuff that he be saying.
nah, he real stupid though. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I used to think Gil was trolling about something, but when the messaging is so consistent on, like, he's always saying the same type of message. Even the way he trained his son, the way he be having his son look at the game, like, man, I took you to a bad school so you could play with bad players and get all type of shots or whatever.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
his mentality, he views basketball like tennis. Like, nigga, it's not a.
Like you the only nigga on the court, bro.
He
Even
think he
bro,
the
I was watching
only.
it. Yeah, bro. They were playing like 2v2. Him and Nick Young was on the team. The nigga was taking all the shots.
Bro, it's
Yo.
like, bro, he think it's just such an individual sport.
Sport,
Just like
yeah.
when he comparing, he'd be like, let's not take into account team success, individuals. Like he loved doing that type of shit. And I
Yeah.
know like Muggs be trying to like, even when he talked about Steph and different stuff in the past, I'm like, Gil, stop it. Like,
Yeah.
bro, no,
No,
this isn't an
sometimes he be
individual
saying some
sport.
crazy ass shit for real.
What they say, Michael Beasley said he was whooping Brian ass in practice. But if you put Beasley as the lead guy on the team versus
He
LeBron
can't
as
do
the
it.
lead guy, you
He
feel
can't
me?
do
If
nothing.
if a Beasley led team went against a LeBron led team, LeBron will probably win 98 out of 100 games.
Facts. Nah,
But
that's a
it's true
fact.
though.
That's
You
a
feel
fact.
It
Cause
looks
me?
That's a
stupid,
I don't
man.
fact.
even think like there's certain players. I don't even think that's like the characteristic of Beasley's like game, like to lead a team. I don't think he could ever lead a team. Okay, like you beat LeBron 1-on-1 at practice, but come on,
Yeah, like that's
like who's picking you
probably
over
not.
LeBron?
Exactly. And like I had a conversation with David where I was like, bro,
Cause he's a big.
he over here, he playing Bron one on one for his life while Bron probably just trying to
Yeah,
work
Bron
on a
probably not even
specific
trying.
little
Yeah,
move. Bron
facts.
probably really actually working on something while playing him, while he's over
Yo,
here,
Yeah,
that's
nah,
you
crazy.
know?
that's
That's
a
funny
fact,
because
though.
it just got
You
done.
feel me? Bron probably trying to work on something that he's like, let me see if this will work against an
Hmm.
opponent in the game, some
Yeah,
shit like that. I'm like, wow,
galera,
this nigga over
galera é
here
fora.
killing himself.
No, that's
Galera fora.
Galera é fora.
nigga,
Claro,
nigga
for
in
you got
game
LeBron because
seven
he won,
mode.
bro. Yeah, that's that.
That's too funny. Tyler, if
Bruh.
you
a.
gonna talk all this shit, they gonna need to see you on the screen. You gonna be cooking niggas today. They gonna be like, who that nigga behind the screen and talking all that shit? Watch.
Man, I'm on my academic
Not
shit.
so.
Before
Not for you.
academic blew up, he was faceless. You
Now that's
gotta
a
be
Okay.
fact.
you gotta be old as hell to remember when Act was
Nah, I remember
faceless.
that. I
I
remember that.
remember that. I
Remember
remember
Like,
that.
that?
check it
Yes,
out.
we all remember that. And you
Hey,
remember Vlad? Nobody ever saw Vlad ever for real. We
nobody
still
ever
don't see
seen
him.
the
Yeah,
dudes. I
Like, check it
Bro,
out.
we
swear.
like,
This shit. All right, y'all ready to start? We about to start now. Okay. I have
yeah.
the
I'm ready.
topic put up. So yeah, welcome back to Game on Blitz. Another episode of Game on Blitz. Me and my co-host Mo, and then we have two guests here. We have TK, aka Terenkabat, and then we have my
Hey
boy
guys.
Salo, aka the
Big
academic of
Sue.
sport, Big Sue.
Had to
You're
show face.
you're
He had to
needed.
show his face. He showed his face, y'all.
Nigga
You're
sound funny,
needed.
bro.
But
When
nah,
I go faceless, you know what's going on. I
I
get
already
We
know what it
already
is.
know. We
I
already
already know.
know.
Edit that.
Academic
edit
mode.
that. I mean, edit
Nah.
that.
So now I have a few. So yeah, we're gonna start with the game seven. Yesterday we had the Indiana Pacers play the OKC Thunder in the final yesterday for the chip, and OKC came out victorious 103 to 91. In the final, obviously Tyrese got hurt early in that first quarter, and obviously that was unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's what comes with the game. OKC won 103 and 91. What do you guys take on the game? Was it a well deserved, championship? by
Oh,
OKC, or was it? Uh, what you
we
guys
getting
think?
into it early today, huh?
Early,
So
early.
we're gonna address the elephant in the room of everybody talking about how
Yep.
Holly got injured early, so they who knows if they would have won. We gonna address that early. That's what
And
we doing.
that's
I mean,
all part of the game. Holly was a big factor.
is
That's
a
true.
good
That's true.
is a good
I'll let
Yeah,
argument.
Mo
Holly was a
go.
big factor.
Go ahead, Mo.
Now, I would say it's a good argument because if you look like if you watch the first 3 minutes he came out, he had 9 quick points, like and a couple of deep threes, and he was like, it's like it looked like he's ready for game 7. Couple other guys you can
Yeah,
see was kind of nervous, but him, I feel like I'm like I I still believe that OKC would have won, but I'm like it could be a long game. You get what I'm saying? Because him, like I feel like him on the floor, Pacers are moving way more faster than they were when he was not on the floor, and that's kind of and plus, it's like, it's like you can never expect, like, you can never, like, what do you expect from him? You get what I'm saying? So, like, for me, that first couple, like, 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, I still believe that OKC could win, but I'm like, it could be a long day because how well he's shooting. And
yeah.
obviously, the unfortunate situation happened. So, I mean, yeah.
It is what it is.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
feel like
personally. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 no.
No, you can go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, I feel like, honestly, had Hadley played, it would have been a tighter game. It would have been a little scarier, but I feel like the
Mm-hmm.
results would have been the same. Honestly, I feel like OKC was going to win. I feel like like, if you were saying basically, are they deserving of the championship? I feel like they're more than deserving. Every year you could point out different injuries that impacted,
Hmm.
who won the title. That's like every single year, damn near. So I don't
Yeah.
really take that injury stuff too much into account. Like, it just happens
Yep.
as part of the game. And but
Hmm.
I feel like from start to finish, they were the most like consistent team and just deserved it because they put out
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
most effort. And from day one, they've been on the same, like,
Yeah.
stacking
Facts.
days. They
Mm-hmm.
every even loss they take, like, they learn from the loss and bounce back. That's why how many, there was like 19-2 or something like that off games where they had lost and,
Yep.
like,
Mm-hmm.
played the following game or whatever. So it's like, bro, they won the ring, and I was kept saying, bro, they so mature where it's like, damn, they didn't even seem like that happy, and they were already like, so they're like, oh, when they were interviewing them, like, how many days are you gonna take before you're back in the gym? Bro, Chet was like, "Oh, I'm probably gonna be back in the gym sometime this week." J Dub
That's
said
crazy.
probably next week. The J Dub, that was the first time he had any alcohol when he was at the
Yeah,
parade
yeah. I saw that.
partying.
Yep.
Like
Wait,
Shay
what? I
wonder,
didn't hear that.
like that was like the first time J Dub and them like had
Alcohol.
alcohol.
Oh,
Hmm.
wow. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
at
they
the little
locked
parade.
in.
It just seems like all of Shay won, and bro, it felt like, it didn't feel like how KG and when Steph won, it didn't feel like they were even that happy. Like they
Yeah.
Even
damn near
Jason
were
Tatum
like,
last year. Yeah, facts.
yes, I mean, they're in the post game talking more about the future than present. Like, oh yeah, how talking about how Chet can, like, Shay was talking about how Chet could get better, how J Dub could get better, how no, and their dude, even J Dub, like, this is my third year in the league. Like, I feel like they're so focused on, even though they won, it feels like they feel like they could reach higher levels. That's how I
Mm-hmm.
just feel.
Right.
Like, and I feel like if this team was to win just one ring, I don't think they'll be satisfied. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I
that,
agree.
that's just the
Yeah.
Yeah.
vibe I get.
Yeah, I think I agree with both of you in the sense of they're so mature. When you're watching them, you know that they're like, we're supposed to win this. They feel like that. So they're
Mhm.
like, oh, let's get on to the next one. You can tell, like, for them to be so young and so mature, I just really think that that's like something different that we have not seen yet. Because I
Literally.
think other teams, when they win that young, they're so excited. Oh, we got it done. We took the monkey off our back. They seem like they're like, we need to do it again so people can know it's not a fluke. That's what they seem like. So
Yep.
I
Yes.
understand where you're coming from with that point. And then to most point too, he is right. Like, who's to know what's gonna happen if um Halliburton was to keep playing. But I think Halliburton came in the game strong and he was playing really good. He was very, very like confident within himself. But I still
Mm-hmm.
think ultimately if the game would have kept going on, I think that would have probably went down just a little bit, especially because
Yeah.
We've seen him sometimes disappear
Mm-hmm.
himself. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna, that's a if, and we don't know. Hypotheticals, we really don't know what would have happened had he stayed in the game. But there's still other things in the game that was a factor that probably wouldn't have changed even if he was in the game. Like
Mm-hmm.
Miles
Yeah,
Turner and these other things that we're gonna touch base
Kobe
on later.
Toppin, just boost it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. So both of you have a really good point there.
Yeah.
I just think that it's not fair that they're so young and they've been so consistent throughout the season. They won so many games. They were number one. Just like I don't, how many games did they win this season?
60.
Isn't it six
60 plus.
exactly? And
yeah,
that's a
Yeah.
lot in the NBA. They play an 82 season game. Like that's as efficient as it get. You don't get
Mm-hmm.
there just by fluke, like by
Yeah.
yeah.
flunsy. So for people to try to make that comment yesterday and this morning. Like I've been seeing a lot of stuff. They've been talking a lot of crap. Oh yeah, they this and that. Like them kids deserve to win that. They've been consistent. Like and
Yeah,
they're
I agree.
very young for them to be that mature.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're deserving of it. Like, they were the best team throughout the whole regular season. I believe they were like 28-1 against the East. And again, like they play both sides of the court. They play defense, they hustle. You got Lou Dort, you got Caruso. They're very scrappy, very good defensively, and Chet, a good rim protector. And then you got SGA, their leader, and you got J Dub. So, and also the coach is pretty young, but I think he did a pretty good job leading that team. But it was a little scary going against Rick Carlisle because of experience. Me and Salo
True.
talked about that. A lot of times, some games it looked like he was getting outplayed. Like Game 6, completely outplayed. Like,
Yeah,
you
he's
know,
getting out coached.
yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, our coach pretty yeah, now play. But
Hmm.
yeah. So I think they're deserving of it. But the thing that's scary about it, the fact that they were not, SGA looked confused when they say you're the MVP. He's like, I'm like,
Literally.
Bro,
he's like
he
me?
was average. He was averaging 30s in the final. I don't think that's just for the cameras, bro. He
Nah, I
look
don't think it's for the
everybody
camera.
I
You
that,
don't
bro.
think he
think he's?
was
I don't think.
concerned.
No.
Everybody in that gym know that like that nigga was supposed to be the MVP.
No, for sure. But I'm
Even if he
saying
didn't perform well last night, he
his
was
They
re-
don't
supposed to get the
even think
yeah.
MVP.
they played that good. Is the
His
point? They
reaction
didn't
though
think.
was
Yeah.
natural. It wasn't like he doing it for the. He
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
literally
yeah,
thought,
yeah.
listen, like Areco, it's his first time there, so anything can happen, right? So,
All right.
but he didn't look very aesthetic. Like he didn't look like he was happy
Mm-hmm.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy Salah was like, yo, maybe because he didn't get 30, because I want him to average 30 in the final, right? And he did that. He did average 30.3, 5.6 assists, 1.9 steal. He shot 44% from the field. We know he usually shoot 50. But the thing about it, I want to say this now. SGA to me is the shooting guard of like he's the version of Team Duncan, but as a shooting guard. Like he's fundamentally sound. He doesn't come and do nothing fancy. He's quiet. He's not gonna
Yeah.
blow you away when he
Bucket.
talk.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like he don't even want to be there, just like Tim Duncan. But he's a guard, literally. And the problem is they're talking about going back to the gym like right after the final, and they don't even look like they're happy. That's scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Very,
That's scary. That's
very,
scary. Man,
very.
that is scary. But
No,
yeah,
I
like, what do you guys
agree.
think about SGA MVP, and what do you guys think about the team future? And do you guys think they're gonna repeat?
Yeah, I actually have that question. So for me, like
Mhm.
three-part question, right? Do you guys like think that this team's is got a potential to be a dynasty or is already a dynasty, and then can they like repeat what they did? Can they like what do you guys think about
Um,
that? Are
I
that's
they a
think for
difficult.
dynasty already?
For me, I think for us to start throwing out that dynasty question, because when Golden State won it, we didn't throw that question out right away. So for us to start throwing that out, I think we need to let them win at least one more for us to start being like, are they a dynasty yet? I feel like us putting that pressure on them too early is a little too much. Like let's give them another ring and then be like, hey, do they have the opportunity to become a dynasty? I just feel like we're throwing that word around too early in this day and age where we haven't seen a lot of repeats in the NBA these last 7, 8 years. So like we have to like pump our brakes
Right.
just a little bit on that question for me because there's so many teams like and that are coming up. There's so many teams in the West. That's not taken away from how great OKC is. I think they're great. I think they're gonna win another championship. But for us to throw that dynasty word around, they got to get the 2 to 3, 4, and things like that. So I just think it's a little early for me. But
Yeah, I think in order to be a dynasty, you got to get at least before the talks can begin to Like, it gotta be at least you get
Yeah.
two, and then like y'all got the same crew coming back, for
Thank you.
multiple years or something like that. Especially like back in the day, it would have been like maybe 8 years ago. Yes, because how stuff sort of was, but it's been seven
Mhm.
different champions within the last 7 years or something like that. So
Exactly.
I feel like, and to get dynasty status, you got to get at least two. If they win next year, which first of all, I believe going in, they're the favorites. Like I've been supporting OKC. I thought they was gonna win this ring, before the
Last
playoffs.
year, right? I thought they
Yeah,
would have won even last year.
last year,
That was me.
honestly, I thought they was gonna win, but
Hmm.
Ish was talking about nah, and he was right. They didn't pull through, but I feel like damn near they was ready last year. But I feel
Hmm.
like they're going to end up being that. But right now, I can't say they're that. But going into next season, they're my favorites, honestly. Even though I
Me
do
too.
feel like it's gonna be tough, but they're my favorites if I had to pick a favorite.
Especially with the East being so lopsided right now, with so many of these injuries, with we don't know what's going to happen with Giannis. We have no like
Hmm.
the West is like they have a lot of open doors for anybody in the West to win next season, but
That's true.
especially OKC. They
Mm.
actually have the camaraderie. They've been together longer, right? And
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
think when you become a dynasty, it's also winning with your same main core guys, like at
Yeah.
least
Yeah.
2 to 3 times, right? Too. So, but yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they got
but
the
but
chance.
but to be true dynasty, like where we like for real, you're a dynasty. You got to get at least three, four.
Mm,
You know
mhm.
what
Three.
I
I said
mean?
three is right there. Three, you there.
Three,
Like,
three, you there. Three,
you know what
you
I'm
Got
saying?
you.
there.
Got
Three,
you.
you
That's a
Because
good
there.
point. Good
I
point.
think I think in this era, like, well, I think OKC got the best chance to do it. I think out of all the last three championship, like I think OKC together, like to me, they're the team that can become a dynasty. I don't think Denver, because Denver won and then they just took a big step back. And I don't think OKC is like that. OKC, the thing about it is there's only one superstar on that team, SGA. Then you got J Dub. He's a star, right? He averaged what 21, 22 point this year or whatever. And then you
Yeah.
got Chet, like between he was injured for the most part, but 15 to 17, he can give you that. He needs a rim protector. And they don't even have to develop into like superstars. Like I said, all they have to do SGA just gonna keep ascending. They're all gonna ascend, but they just have to be the best version of themselves. So Chet
Yeah.
has to work hard to become the best rim protector and the best Chet that he can be at that position. J Dub has to elevate, but he just be the best at what you do. Because I was talking
Hmm.
about that with Salam, with Mo. I was like, yo, it's really hard for teams with superstars, 2 or 3, to win championship because of it's ego driven and it's hard to have that chemistry. We see KD is a prime example for that. He's all over the
Hmm.
place and it's not happening. But if you
He's
look
a
at
prime
OKC,
example for a lot of
OKC got a
things.
well balanced team. The reason why people like why Indiana Pacers is just beating people because they have a well balanced team. Like
Yeah.
Siakam is not there to do Tyree's job. Siakam is there to do his job, plays position at the highest level. Tyrese the same thing. So you need a well balanced team to for this shit to work. And I think for OKC, that's what gives them the best chance to have that dynasty moving forward.
Yeah.
So I think they have a chance, but I'm not sure.
And
Mo, what do you think? Uh, Mo?
He's on
Sorry,
mute.
sorry,
Mhm.
I
Oh,
was muted. Yeah,
oh, you're
for
good.
me, like the reason why I asked that question, right? Because Salah and Dawda just said that they already getting ready to get into the gym already to like start
Mhm.
working for next year. So
Right.
it's not looking like it's not because usually when team wins championship, like players that perform, they could probably get like a better deal, or like
Yeah,
other teams will start looking at players. So it's not looking like they looking to break this team up anytime soon, and they
Hmm.
have the start players to like probably repeat it again without if there's no injuries or anything. They have the team to get at least one or two more. So and these guys were saying that you got to get at least two to even be considered as a dynasty. So for me, I think potential, like they have that potential to be a team like the Golden State Warriors and other teams that have done that in the past.
yeah.
Yeah, they were saying
Yeah.
three. They were saying three. I think I'm the
Hmm.
one who said two, but I
Yeah.
think my whole thing was once they get two, then we can start
Yeah,
asking the
that's
question.
what I
I'm
meant.
thinking
Yeah.
that it's a little that just that one is like it's a little early because they are young. I can see them not winning next season and winning the season after that too. Like that, they're that good of a team that I can see
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
happening.
dynasty is not easy, but
But no, like you, what you were saying though, David, too,
mhm,
on top of like the fit, is
mhm,
the fact that like when I look at it, it's like, yo, it was some player that was on like Run Your Race podcast or whatever, right? And he
mhm,
was talking about he went into practice, like training camp, and
mhm,
how he was busting Ray Allen's ass, like going at this dude, scoring. And
mhm,
coach basically pulled him aside to let him know, hey, that's not gonna get you on the team. What's gonna get you on the team is doing what he doesn't want to do. So basically, if you want to get on the court,
mhm,
you need to do what these star players, whatever they don't want to do or aren't great at. That's what you
mm,
need to focus on doing, so you could play quality minutes next to them and get on the
yep,
court. And
exactly.
like when I look at like those three, J Dub, Chet, and Shea, like they all cover each other weaknesses a little bit in terms
Yes,
of like Dub, like you said, he don't need to be turned into no superstar. Keep
yep,
defending at a high level and continue working on your offensive game. That's just
that's
gonna
it.
continue developing, you know.
Yep,
But like he covers like because he can take on tough perimeter players type
yep,
stuff, you know. And
exactly.
Shea is more of an offensive force. He's a great weak side. Sometimes he can poke balls, get steals, but he's not like how sort of like I would say like a one-on-one lockdown defender.
Yeah, yeah,
He's,
yeah,
you know, he's not trying to guard the opposing team best scorer, you know,
yeah, yeah,
at no points really. And then, you know, J Dub, like you got Chet to back him up because J Dub, he got good size, but he's not no big or nothing like that.
yep,
Then you got Chet who occupies that role, you know?
yep, yep.
And so it's like it's all about fit. And I'd be looking at it like sometimes some of these other star players and teams, the fitting don't be perfect, but with OKC, the fitting
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
no, it does.
And I know we probably gonna talk about the Houston stuff. That's another thing that makes Houston so scary is because like the
we're
fitting,
gonna we're gonna talk about that in a minute. That's one of the topics. But before
you
we
know,
get there, I have another question for everybody. So since OKC, solid OKC, as the favorite next year, possibly repeating, is are we all on the same? Are we all saying OKC is the favorite for like next year to win a championship again to repeat? Are
like
we all on the same page?
slight favorite.
Slight
Yeah,
favorite.
I
I
think
It's
yeah.
I
difficult.
I'm gonna be indifferent with you guys. I'm not gonna pick them as the favorite. The only reason why I'm gonna say that is because teams are gonna come back guarding them a little bit better next season. They're gonna see what some of the stuff that Indiana Pacers did because
Mhm.
Indiana, what they did was Indiana and Denver, they kind of were able to show us some of their little flaws, right? So for me, teams, they're gonna come back better. OKC is, but teams are gonna come back better next year
I
because
agree.
when you're the champs, everybody's coming at you. Every
Yep.
game is like they want to show you, oh yeah, we like y'all really not that. That's what
Yeah.
happened with Boston a little bit this season. Like they sometimes took their foot off the pedal some games. Like some games, like people are gonna get up for you. Are you gonna get up for them every
Yeah.
day? This team has the opportunity to, but I'm not gonna pick them as my, I might eat my words later, but for me right now, I don't
Yeah.
know who I'm picking just yet, but they're not my favorite right now. I do think
Okay.
people are gonna come back better.
Until I see anything different, I'm gonna say OKC is the favorite because they've proven it.
Yeah.
But my question would be, uh, what do you think OKC need to do going into next season? What like change that they need to make? What addition do they need to make their team elevate or even better to compete next year? Because it's gonna be difficult to win another championship. Do you guys think they need to add some more players? Do you guys think they need to do just better with the core team? How they can implement certain players here and there to make it better? What do you guys think?
For me, they probably could add another 3-point shooter because I don't think they that great of a 3-point shooting team.
Yep.
I mean that kid, Carson Wallace and the Aaron Wiggins. I mean they can shoot like, but I think they could get like Trey Murphy or like another player that can like shoot a little bit better outside the perimeter and I think that could be something that they can look into because those two, like that Carson Wallace kid, he can play defense. Like both of those kids, like Aaron Wiggins, both of those kids are lockdown defenders too. But I mean, for me now they're perfect. But if they add like another 3-point shooter, that can kind of elevate their game a little bit better.
Got you. Yeah, and
For
that's a good
me,
point. Go ahead, go ahead.
For me, I think that's a good point too. The 3 point shooting, and Andrew, I think Wiggins has to be more consistent with that 3 point, with like just scoring more off the bench. But
Mhm.
he's a good 3 point shooter, so I would like if he's more consistent. Like we want to make sure we know what he's gonna give him every game. Not like, oh, some games he hasn't. I know that the rotation, they have a bigger rotation, so that's another thing. But I also think Chet needs to elevate his rebounding to a higher standard. To me, he needs to be double double, and he needs to score more. We need 18 to 20 from him. I think if he elevates to 18 to 20 and gives you at least 13 rebounds a game, 12, averaged about 12 point something rebound, I think that's going to elevate them.
Yeah, I agree. Salo, what you think?
Dude, I think honestly, like dude was saying 3-point shooting, but I believe so I think really like their problems will be addressed if like the players like Nikola Topic, they drafted him last year. He was
Hmm.
supposed to be a European player who was like an elite playmaker and like one of the top picks before he got hurt. That's
Yeah,
what had him drop to like maybe seventh or something like that. They picked him. But it was almost like the Chet situation where he sat out the whole year. If he can come back and be anywhere near what he was in Europe, and be able to be
yeah,
an elite playmaker. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I feel like and floor spacer. I feel like that could be a great punch off the bench. And also, they got another young player, AJ Mitchell. Before he got hurt, like towards the tail end of December, he was coming in and giving him like a lot of good minutes. Like he was a ball handler, able to shoot and like create plays. I feel like sometimes they get in a situation where they only have two real ball handlers or pick and roll players on the
yeah.
team, and
Hmm.
they don't run an offense that's like gonna generate shots just throughout, like how a State offense might just create shots. A
Hmm.
lot of their stuff is one on one, and it's only
Hmm.
two players that really can play off the pick and roll. So I feel
Yeah,
like if Nikola Topic and AJ Mitchell can come back and like be like very good, versions of themselves,
yeah,
then I feel like, that'll help them in terms of having multiple players who could play out the pick and roll, who can shoot and different stuff like that.
yeah. No, I agree with that. I think to most point too, yes, like even we were talking about this even in the last game, SGA didn't shoot the ball well. He was just shooting all type of shot from the three. I think it was like 2 for 11 or something. Um,
Sounds.
the average, 3 point percentage in the league is 35. Anything below 35 is considered like below
Mhm.
average. I think
Mm-hmm.
37 and 40 is good. Anything above 40 is excellent. So as a
Mm-hmm.
team, they shot 33.8% from the three, right? But their bread and butter is not the three. They set the tempo with their defense. They're great defensively. And like Salah
Mhm.
said, they play a lot of one-on-one ball. You got SGA that's going to give you 30 every night. You got J Dub is going to add
Yep.
another 20 on that. And the rest of the supporting cast, they're going to hit shots here and there. Because some of them can also, like, drive the ball. They can create shots here and
Mm-hmm.
there. So they have a good team. So I think if they can get a pure shooter or whatever, that's fine. They can run some plays here and there if they need a three. But I think,
Mm-hmm.
it's not the main thing they should focus on. And I think like what most of the scholars say, I agree with. And I think they just need to try to improve the team that they already have. They need to work
Hmm.
on that and kind of understand some of their flaws and some of the things that they didn't do well in the playoff or the regular season. We didn't see much of those, right? But because they were kicking everybody ass.
They
So,
were blowing people out.
right,
Yeah.
in the regular,
Yeah.
I would say like Denver is a great team. Whenever you got Jokic on your team, that's whatever. But we saw what they did to him on defense, right? So I think it's just they just need to come back and just do better together and just improve and just try
Mm-hmm.
to keep that. We're talking about a dynasty. You got to keep that team together and you just got to improve from there. So I think they're doing fine. And plus, the 3 point is the reason why
All the other
Boston
teams are
lost.
out.
That's
You
why
hear me?
Boston
I said
lost.
all the other teams are
Mm-hmm.
out. The 3 point field goals
Exactly.
that are not going in.
Yeah, but I
And
don't think
I
anybody
really,
was shooting at a high clip than like Boston. I don't know. I don't know what them guys was
They should have
doing.
been in the
they
final.
live
I
it. They
hate
live and
Boston
die by the
offense.
three.
I
They're,
hate their
it's so
offense,
hard to watch. Their offense is so hard to watch. And I'm speaking as a
bro.
Celtics fan because if they make the threes, it's like, okay, even when they make the threes, you're like, why are you guys shooting so many threes? Like,
Yeah.
that's why I'd rather watch like the OKC old school 2010 2004,
Hell
2002 type
yeah.
of game, then the three pointer, I would be happy if they improve it. But if they don't, they've been doing just fine. The rest of them 3 point people who think they're going to stay Clay and Steph, they're at home. They kicking it over here. At the Bahamas and doing all types of stuff. Like
No, I
it's
agree.
not fun basketball to watch all the time as a fan. I will say.
No, I agree. Yeah. So now we didn't talk about the champion. Let's talk about the Tyrese, injuries in the first quarter. So how you guys feel about that? You guys think he's gonna come back the same? And what's causing all of these injuries? Because I seen a report about their strained calves being the first thing that happened, and then later on that leading to them touring or popping their Achilles. That happened to like 8 players in the last maybe 2 years or whatever. So what do you guys think about that? And do you guys think the NBA should shorten the season because they're playing at a such fast pace, and it's completely different from the 2000 and the 90s and the 80s. So what do you guys think that the NBA should do, and how you guys feel about his injury?
I think shortening the season may be not too bad of an idea, but also these players are playing, they're not resting as well themselves. You know what I mean? Even if they're in the off season, some of them are really still like some of the players that went to the Olympics, they didn't really take a break. Things
Mm-hmm.
like that. Halliburton and Jason Tatum, they both didn't take a break. Really, you know what I mean? Like I know Damian Lillard, but he was already hobbled. So I do think once you start having that calf strain and it starts like that, maybe they should start giving them more time off because it looks like it starts with that calf thing that they start to say, then they rush back and then it gets worse and it turns into the Achilles thing. I
Mm-hmm.
think once you start seeing that coming, just take the proper rest.
Yep.
Because I feel like if you guys take the proper rest, we're not gonna head to the Achilles situation, which is a bigger issue. We don't know if you're gonna come back the same. The only person that really came back the same was really Kobe and NKD. But even Kobe, you can tell a lot of stuff like started
Yeah.
going down, but also that had to do with age as well. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
KD is the only person that really came back the same. But even KD, that's only because he's so efficient. KD 70% is still better than a lot of people who's 98%. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we're not going to use that as an example, but I do think Halliburton, because you asked three questions here,
Yeah.
kind of. Do we think Halliburton is going to come back better, or how do we
Oh,
think
the
he's going to
same.
come back?
Mm-hmm.
They're the same. I think he's actually going to come back better. I think that Achilles tear, he's going to recover from it, and I think he's going to work on a lot of stuff that people said that he didn't have in this playoffs because he was still really good and he still is growing. Like we were tough on him as like critics or just fans just in general, but we have to understand he's still younger and
Yeah.
he still
Mhm.
hasn't even hit his peak yet. So
Yeah.
imagine him working on his training and his strength and stuff with this Achilles thing and working on his game at the same time. I think he's gonna come
Yeah.
back better.
Well, what do you think?
I do like, bro, like sport. We all play a sport, right? The more you play, the more prone to injury. I do think like the season's too long. 82. I think it could be like 65 to 70. It's
Mm-hmm.
like just like play less games because like more game mean you more prone to
Yeah.
injury. So, but Tyrese, I mean, he got the body type to kind of recover quicker than he's not like a big like he's a point guard. So I think Achilles though, bro, is like a lot of time. Even when you come back, the mental part is kind of hard to get over. So I don't think he's probably
Yeah.
gonna be. I don't think he'll be ready for next season. And that's another question regarding that team. So I don't know how that's gonna affect the team if they're gonna break the team up, but I think he will
Mm.
come back. I think he will come back better. But who's gonna? Cause bro, who's gonna lead the team next year? And they'll talk
Siakam.
about yeah. So I'm saying it's like Miles Turner too, like banned up for 10 years, talking about letting him go, stuff like that. So I don't know. Um, I don't know how like, I don't know how they could be next year, but I think Tyrese will come back. He could come back as the same, play
Yeah,
better.
I hope he come back the same. But Salah, what do you think about that?
Yeah. Shortening the season. I'm like, no way, Jose.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
with
the
that.
old school
These
people gonna be like, they give us a break.
Yep.
exactly. Them old school
Yeah.
players was playing in Chuck Taylor's 82 games. And I'm like, yeah, I understand all that stuff. I just feel like it's very unfortunate, you know. But like he like he knew the risk and spoke on the risk he was taking by playing, but there's no guarantee you ever get back to the finals. Like they today I heard they said it was like out of the 22 like calf strains, they were saying that he was the only one that played after he was diagnosed with that calf strain.
Yep.
And it was like, he's in the finals. He's
Yep.
like, it ain't no guarantee we gonna be back here and stuff like that. So it's one of those things where if it was the regular season,
Sit
Hydra
him
would have
He
out.
been
would have
out
been
two,
out.
3 weeks, and
Sure.
then when he's ready to play, he resumes play. You know, but it was just playoffs. Even Dame, how Dame came back. Usually in the
Yeah, it's
regular
because of
season, they're not
playoffs.
bringing you back like that. They gonna bring you back
Yeah.
slowly. You're not gonna play back to backs.
Hmm.
You might miss other games here and there, but since it's playoffs, players is just, hey, this is what we came here for.
Yeah.
This is what the whole year is for. So they're overextending themselves, and then also the game is ref different. It's a lot more physicality.
Yeah.
So that mixed in with players rushing back or playing on injuries, it sometimes just lead to worse injuries. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but I just feel like it's part of the game. And shortening the season, I'm just like,
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It's not
Like
happening. Those are the
because
wishes, but it's not happening.
even to make
So
the
you don't think more game
NBA
means more
awards.
injuries?
Yeah, anytime, yeah, you're more
Body through
susceptible
a
to
lot.
injury.
it
Yeah,
is.
if you
Man.
play more games, but I mean, that's just what it is.
Like
Yeah.
It's
he's saying,
unfortunate,
everybody did that. So for because of that, so you got to go through it too. We can't make an exception because you're a
Because
Holly. You know.
you know.
So
And
or
players
because
miss a
you're
lot more
Tatum,
games
you're
nowadays.
Dame. Yeah,
yeah.
they do.
Yeah, when they're
They
So
not
do.
feeling whoop-de-woo, whatever, hey, they sitting out week at a
And what
time, 2 weeks. Sometimes players aren't playing back to back, so you
and
know,
one thing about the refs, they was letting them play this
and
playoffs. You had
Like
to
what were
be
they doing?
crying
Well,
blood for
indeed.
them to be calling.
so you do you
hey,
think do you think the style of basketball that they're playing, the pace that they're playing at, like, do you think that's also causing more injuries because they're playing a lot of high tempo basketball, get the ball out, push out, we out, a lot of running up and down. Do
And
you think?
zone defense too.
Yeah. So do you think? Well, obviously, cutting shorten the season, I don't think that would make sense because if we go back in history, T Mac is one of my favorite players. He was injured all the time. Yao Ming
uh,
only played like 8 seasons. He was injured all the time. So it's like we can't make an exception for whatever. But I mean, if we got Jason Tatum that got hurt, we got Damian Lillard that's hurt, we got Tyrese that's hurt, there's a couple more. Kyrie got hurt.
Yeah,
Like,
Kyrie.
Steph,
yeah. So if
Steph.
exactly if the best players are getting hurt and the product that you're giving us out there is only Draymond and Jimmy Butler, I wouldn't want to watch that.
uh,
I'm just
That's
saying.
the
Say
product
but
you're
Draymond.
putting out
also
there.
Also,
Yeah,
it's like some of these players that's getting hurt, not all of them, like in Steph case, they're a little up there in age, and that just sort of come with it. Bron was talking about he was hurt. Did y'all hear like
yeah, I
right
saw it.
after? Yep.
Mhm.
They were talking
Mm-hmm.
about
Mm-hmm.
Bron was hurt, so he wasn't gonna play the rest of the playoffs. Like based off what they were saying.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like
They're
players
not
also,
all older though, because
no, not
Tatum
all of
and
them. Yeah,
Haliburton
Tatum.
are. It's
I'm saying
not.
most of
Yeah,
them.
and I mean Dame though. He's 31,
Even Jalen
32
Brown was
now. Yeah,
injured. He's young.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Jalen Brown. Yeah, no. So it's a mixture, but it's just I just look at it like for every player that would get hurt, it's gonna be a bunch of them that been was healthy the whole year, you know,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it's like look at Joker. He's carrying a team every night, and a bigger dude, and he's
Yeah.
solid. So
No, that's
I just
true.
feel like some of it is bad luck, some of it is just it's unfortunate, but it's always been part of the game.
No,
I've
I
even
got you.
heard Draymond Green saying before that, like, and other people, in order for you to win a championship, you kind of need a lot of luck. You got to play
Yeah,
very good, but you need some luck on your side at the end
That's
of
a
the day.
Yeah.
fact.
yeah.
Something's just going to fall in your favor that season that might not fall next season. We could all say, even for Giannis, KD stepped on that line that season.
And,
But hey, it is what it is. Now he got one ring. We can
No,
say
that's
a
a
lot of
fact.
things.
What y'all
That's a
think
going
about
fact.
the Pacers though? Do they keep the team together? Can they do what they did again? in the
That's a good
next five
question.
years.
I think so because last season they kind of did the same thing with the same season a little bit with the same team. So I think that the only thing is if Halliburton is not playing, that's gonna be tough. But that guy from the
I'm
bench,
talking about
McConnell
like
guy,
to the finals, like the NBA, the actual to the NBA final.
Nah,
that's
I,
tough because
I
I,
think
I I I see a finals appearance in their future somewhere down. I feel like Pacers is possibly the best team, and no, not possibly. They are the
the
best
best
team
team
in
in
the
the
East.
East for
They're the
sure.
best
hmm
team in the East,
Yeah,
and I don't see that changing because they got a bunch of young guys. The only way that may change is if they can't afford players. Because, like if they can't afford to keep their players, then yeah, that can change. But if that don't change, and they got Rick Carlisle still, then they got the
um,
best coach in the East, and they're gonna be the best team in the East to me.
I
And
and
I
think
feel
then
like
look at
Tyrese,
it.
because I didn't touch on the Tyrese stuff. I feel like Tyrese gonna come back, and he's young enough where I feel like he's gonna be Tyrese.
Yeah. Plus
Yeah,
he's yeah.
we-
Yeah, he's
I
young.
hope so. And plus, his game is not predicated on athleticism too, so I
Yeah.
think he
that's
should
not.
be decent. But I
Mhm.
don't. I just have to wait and see because I didn't see a team just do great this year and next year the whole dynamic changes. I
But
just
usually
me.
it'll be because players at the top will be a little bit like up there in age. Even Celtics. People talk about Celtics. Drew Holiday had a resurrection when he got to Celtics because prior to him getting to Celtics, the only reason why Milwaukee let him go is because
He was
Jimmy B was
deteriorating.
doing him so crazy. Jimmy Jimmy
No, but
B was hanging like 50. Like, and I'm
no,
not saying like Drew was total shit, but I'm saying Drew was getting,
but Jimmy
belt
is one
put
of
to
them guys.
ass.
Like
Yeah,
that
but the way,
happens.
yeah, but like he's a little older too. Like Drew Holiday's probably
No, Drew
36
Holiday
or
is a
something
little
like that.
older,
Yeah,
but
and I feel like when he got to
so
Celtics, he was a
okay. So
little up
the reason
there.
why I said that, for example, let's look at the Bucks. They won the championship, and the Bucks. What happened to the Bucks? And they got
Chris
Damian Lillard. Before this injury, Dame was playing.
because Chris Middleton was big,
I'm
and
saying though, but
Chris Middleton got a little
like
older. Drew
I
got
don't
Did
even
he
think
older.
did Chris had an Achilles too? Middleton. What was his injury?
I
Was it
think
a?
so. I think he
He
kind of
got he
has like
got
a
hurt. I don't
knee
remember
issue or
what.
something like that
I
with
thought it
him.
was a
What it is
Yeah,
knee.
with him is
Yeah.
the knees. Like the
yeah.
knees don't work or something like that. I don't know.
yeah,
He
I
got
don't know.
hurt and he was older. Drew Holiday got a little up there in age. You know what I mean? Couldn't carry the load the
And
same
then
way.
let's not forget about Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez don't play
Who
like
was
he
TJ
used to
McConnell on that
anymore.
team? Somebody has
He
supposed to
used to
some
be, I
another
think
white boy
so.
was on that team
I
Right.
that
think
All I'm
he
saying,
used to.
I don't know if the pace is gonna come back the same.
Me
I would
too,
like to
because
wait
we
and see.
also saw that happen with Phoenix. You remember, David, me and you was talking about that
Yeah,
same year that Phoenix went to the finals. Well,
yeah,
Aiton and Chris Paul and them, they broke up that team afterwards because they thought like,
yep,
hey, like we're close or whatever, and they haven't been back. They
yep,
completely messed up that whole team. They have not
yeah.
been back. It's no guarantee you're gonna be back. Denver still hasn't been back,
No,
too.
that's a fact.
You never know.
No, that's true. But yeah, for the next topic, Salah gonna love this. Um, how you guys feel
Mhm.
about So, what are you guys' opinion on the trade of Kevin Durant getting traded to the Houston Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the top number 10 pick of the 2025 draft, and five picks in the second round? Do you guys think it was a fair trade, or who you think won the trade?
Man, I personally think that was some BS, and I be feeling like every time Kevin Durant does this stuff, I almost look at it like you just all you could do is shake your head because
Yep.
KD is the type of player, and I've seen reports come out, and I just know KD does it to request a trade and then tell the team that he's requesting the trade from, oh, and I want to go over there only if so and so stays. So
Hmm.
it'd be like the dude will be setting up trade scenarios where it's like, oh yeah, I want you to trade for me to keep anything that's of value damn near and make it where when I
No, that's
come
a
in,
fact.
it's just like he tries to set it up a certain way. And I ain't gonna lie, this time he really landed the jackpot with this because
You
Houston was the
you
number
think so?
two team. Houston was the number two team in the West. He Jalen Green, I mean Dylan Brooks, he does his little stuff. That's great for sure. But the way Amon Thompson is improving, and the fact that he's already a better defender and better player. And what was Amon, a rookie last year?
Yeah, he was a rookie
So
last year. This is
Yeah.
coming
sophomore year.
sophomore year, soup freak athlete, like defense. They
And
got
he's okay with
Torian.
playing defense. Yep.
Oh yes, loves. He's first team
Yes.
all defense.
That's what
You
I'm saying.
know
He
he.
likes it. So,
You know how I was talking about covering holes. He went to a team where all the holes in KD's games or the things he don't like to do, people are there that like to do that shit.
hmm
And it's
and you
just
know,
like you got Torian Eason, Jabari Smith, you got Steven Adams and Sangoon behind him. You got Rob Shepard and a bunch of
Hey,
other.
my nigga, just because you saying that doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, you still got to play the game. I'm just saying
hmm
on paper, it just
it
looks
looks
like,
good.
yeah, it
and
just
I and
looks
I
like they got people to cover KD's weaknesses, and he could just go out there and really focus on getting buckets. Lamont Thompson and
um
Sengun and all of them they're gonna just it's just tough,
And
you
one thing
know?
about KD, I think he's gonna play more defense if he sees the team wants to play more defense.
Yeah,
I
and he
think
doesn't
that's the
worry.
one thing about him. He doesn't. People, I think, like even last season, I know the Phoenix Suns were trash, but he's. I still saw him give an effort in the game, though. You understand what I'm saying? That's the one thing you don't have to worry about. What you're saying about those people covering those things, I think KD is going to play more defense and like want to get up more for this team. It looks like. We
yeah, it's
don't
so
know. We have seen him go on a stacked team. Obviously, this is the third time or fourth time, but the last three times didn't work out. The first time worked out with Golden State because that team is what Steve Kerr and they were well balanced and stuff like that. You're right. That's the one thing you said. You're right. He seems like he likes to walk right into an established, good looking situation and just take it over. The man knows how to play his cards right. Does it
so
always work? No.
I don't know what year KD joined, right? Because I don't get hype over all these trades or whatever.
hmm
Whatever the case may be, I'm looking at it. Phoenix 2020 to 2021, they're at the number one seed. 2021, 2022, they were the number one seed. 2022, 2023, they were number four. 2023, 2024, I think that's when KD joined. They were number six. So what I'm saying, when KD went to the Suns, right? The same
They
shit
got
It
I
went
was saying
down.
right now.
they got
Devin
worse.
Booker. Oh my! I'm not. People were saying that Devin Booker. What? KD and this. Oh my God! He hit the jackpot with this one. All right, he going to the Rockets.
We
We
saying the
said
same
he
thing.
gonna hit. He hit the jackpot. Exactly. The
But
same
we
thing
did
gonna end
say
up
it looked
happening.
good on paper, though. That's
I
what we're
don't
all
care about
saying.
paper.
It
I
looked
care
good on
about the game.
paper,
Like
Yeah.
Luka and LeBron look good on paper. Yeah, what I'm
right?
saying is
Right.
it's the same thing. I don't think like KD gonna go there and change anything. You know what it is? KD done play with more niggas than Kim Kardashian. That's a fact.
Yeah, you are.
That's a fact. He didn't
You
play
are.
with Kyrie, James Harden.
No, yeah,
He didn't
I
play
don't
with
respect it.
Devin Booker, huh,
Steph,
No,
Draymond.
I don't respect it. I don't
bro?
respect it.
Like,
And
What
I don't
KD
even
doing right
like.
now?
I didn't like this trade really because I'm like, bro, like you always just. I just. I wanted to see him in Miami. Go
Like,
somewhere
bro, look,
where it's not set up to
I
be
wouldn't
like a
have
certain
wanted to
way.
see him there. I just,
I'm not a
I don't
yo,
want to
KD
see him
fan.
there.
That's why I want to see him there.
you see,
I don't mind him. I like him.
I think
I'm
KD.
like, man.
I mess with KD, but like I said, bro, KD just been bounced around. He been going left or right. What I'm just saying, my whole point is this. To me, I don't see it. I always talk about this intangible. Like it's not gonna happen. Yes, the team look good on paper. The team probably gonna finish third, second, maybe in the West, whatever the case may be. They're gonna go in the
I'll start
playoff.
a count on my fingers how many teams he's been on.
The same thing.
KD and five. KD and
Five.
five. He's
You
on
know
his
what I'm
fifth
saying?
team.
So exactly. So it's like, bro, Devin Booker was literally had the whole league in a chokehold at one point. He was busting everybody ass. KD
hmm
went and joined them when they were like they went to the final and lost. KD went and joined them, right? Like that was
And
it
they've
right
been
there.
back since.
I'm saying though, like, but anyway, then I don't know. More I want to get
Mo,
your
what do you
opinion because
think?
you
I
been
want to
quiet.
get your opinion on this one.
Um, I don't know. I think like me, my question is like how much 'cause, that one that we were talking about it today. I'm like, how much longer can KD play? Was this a smart trade for the Rockets? Considering you gotta they already I feel like they already like was already building up like the team future, right? They had a coach, a really well coached team and like young
Mm-hmm.
players like the Thompson brother, Jalen Green. I think like people were saying that Jalen Green, like I think Jalen Green was like he was improving from when he first come to the league. Like he's improving. You get what I'm saying? And he's a young player. I feel like that team with like whatever coming back next year, and that team was like were they number two seed this year? Like this past year? I think it was
Yeah,
higher.
they
They was like
were.
top
They
five.
were. This
Yeah,
season
so
they
I
were number
don't.
2.
Yeah, so I'm like, I didn't think that was a smart trade bringing KD into that team, letting Jalen Green go and stuff like that. Because I feel like at least run it back again and see what's gonna happen, like with the team, like with the younger team. But KD, I don't know, and I think KD toxic too, bro. Like
I think so
every
too. Just about to say that.
bro, everywhere he go, bro, like it don't end well.
It's
I mean,
problems.
they go to say like they won a couple like championship, but
And then it
I
became
I
it was
don't know.
toxic even then. He was
Yeah.
toxic.
So for
I
me, I don't think this was a good trade for the Rockets. Like
I
Yeah, I
think
think
that, you know
KD's
what
a
I also
horrendous leader.
yeah,
that's what, and we get mad that Skip says this, but it seems like every time he gets to a team, something gets sucked out of the team. I don't
hmm
know what it is.
Yeah.
He's very good, but is he good for locker room and team like glueness? I don't know.
You
Like
know how
that's
you
a
can
tough
think he
thing.
toxic because he be on Twitter talking shit about people that he don't even like. It's,
For no reason, bro. And then you know what I
well,
think too? He do be wildin'.
Bro.
If he got a burner account, my man's just wildin'. But I think
yeah,
for Phoenix, this is what's gonna help Phoenix with this. Dylan Brooks, I think, is going to help and anchor that defense. Like, say whatever you want to say about him, but like something about him getting
yeah.
people ready to
Phoenix,
He got a
go.
great.
Yeah, like I don't know what they're gonna. I still think Phoenix is still gonna make moves. Like, let's not think that they're done.
Yeah,
I
people
think
were
they're
saying that
still
they
gonna
don't
do
think
some
Jalen Green
things.
gonna stay there.
Yeah,
hell
Jalen
no.
Man,
They
Green to
shipping
me, he
Jalen
doesn't
Green.
fit.
Jalen Green,
man, it is what it
Beal,
is.
they trying to ship them dudes.
Yeah, I think Bill, they've been trying to get him out of here. He's not trying to go. It's kind of like, the girl, you try to leave a relationship and the person don't want to let you or whatever. I don't even know what's going on with him. Like, just leave the
Yeah,
people.
no.
They don't want you. They don't want you.
I don't believe that
He
KD's
said,
gonna
my
make a
family
big
likes
difference.
it.
I don't believe KD's gonna make a big difference. But everybody got their own opinion. I think they're gonna do good, but they're not gonna win a chip. That's what I think. I think OKC is going back. But yeah, we can wrap it up and we can get to more of the controversial topic. One of me and Mo's favorite player. T Mac is the reason why we both watch basketball. And Mo, you can't be sitting there looking cool. I'm gonna play this video. The Santa Salos,
I,
but
I
Salo, you
haven't
can't
seen I haven't
disrespect T
seen
Mac. Right?
I haven't seen the video. I ain't gonna lie, but let me
You
hear it.
haven't seen it yet. I'm gonna play it.
Mo said,
They're
I'm
talking
not
about the
ready
ring
for the
culture,
smoke.
right? They're talking about the ring culture. I want to get y'all opinion on this, and then we can see. We got to keep it a buck
got
though. I ain't gonna let T Mac losing here, but let's continue.
ridiculed because
But
I
he look
never got
young
out of first
still.
round.
Man, I don't know. All right, let's get-
I played 4 years in Orlando, got ridiculed because I never got out of first round. Grant Hill at the time was the best player on that team. This is my 4th year in the league. Grant Hill was the best player on that team.
Right.
So I'm playing 4 years without my best player, can't get out of the first round. But
Right.
I get ridiculed because I can't do. Giannis won a championship.
Time out.
He won a
Time out.
championship.
History. Hold on. Hold up.
After that,
hold
he
up.
couldn't get back.
Because you know you're my brother. Here's the deal.
Love
Here's how
Stephen
you
A.
got ridiculed.
that stupid ass face T Mac just made. Like you about to, like, come on, man. Let's continue.
Y'all were up 3-1 one time, and you thought y'all had it in the bag.
Can't find that.
That's a
No.
fact.
Can't find.
What I'm talking about when you went against Detroit.
Yeah.
Y'all thought y'all had it in the bag.
'Cause we up
And then-
3-1.
You were up 3-1. So again, it was the fact that if you good enough to be up 3-1, they expected you to close the deal. That was the only thing
Kobe's
anybody
never
ever
been up
said.
3-1?
No, I'm just saying. And then when
Steph's never been up 3-1.
But when they blew it, we
I'm just
pointed it
saying.
out.
I'm just saying.
When they blew it, we pointed it out. But we know they're great. But we pointed out you lost a 3-1 lead. I'm saying that's not saying you're not great. It's saying that the moment arrived and y'all ain't closed. That's all. It's a fact.
Y'all.
It's a fact.
I said it, y'all.
There you
Okay?
go.
It's a y'all.
Thank you for saying y'all.
It's a y'all. You got to
Thank you.
use y'all. You can't
Appreciate
use
it.
the player.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I want to pause it there, right? And get you guys.
Hey,
Look, go ahead.
no, I didn't see this whole stuff.
Me
I'm
neither. I
happy
only saw a
Stephen
snippet.
A. Yeah, I'm happy Stephen A actually told him like, yo, relax, don't sit up here
Exactly.
acting like, oh, whoop de woo, revisionist history, fixing shit up to sound
Yep.
good for how you want to present yourself and all this bull stuff. You
Yep.
had opportunities, you didn't take advantage of it.
Yep. And the 3-1 he's talking about, it was against the Pistons. I remember that if you go on NBA, if you go on YouTube, you see all the highlights. He dunking on 2 3 people. You're up 3-1. I'm not saying Steph didn't blew a 3-1 league. He did, but before that, he was a champ. And after that,
Yeah.
he
Hmm.
won 2 more. Right? Again,
Exactly.
whoever he mentioned, Kobe up 3-1. Kobe got 5. Let's just not even talk about that. You were up 3-1. You didn't capitalize the moment. Cool. Again, the fact that he's saying y'all, Gilbert, like, yeah, y'all, yes. If T Mac goes and win a championship with that team, who's getting all the praise?
He
T-Mac.
T
is.
Mac.
Okay, so
He
when they
is.
lose, who should get most of the blame?
T-Mac.
Mac.
T
That,
Mac.
that's the
Because
reason. If you're a superstar, you gotta take that blame.
It's
That's what it
always
is.
Mm-hmm.
been like
Stop
Like
that, though.
LeBron,
complaining,
Steph, everybody. Like, what are you
LeBron,
talking about?
everybody, they always cooking the best player on the team.
bro.
It don't matter who you are. KD is who they look at first, even if Kyrie's on the team. Like because
Exactly.
he's considered better. Like it's just what it is. They blame Luca on that season when Dallas lost the way they did.
That's a
Luca
fact.
couldn't guard for nothing. Luca couldn't do this. He's too fast. They do these things. If you're the best player, you're gonna get the heat.
That's a
And
fact.
honestly, a lot of these players, honestly, like Gills of the world and T Mac, the reason why I be having respect from like these championship players or players that go deep in the playoffs is because they've played that mean to that point they've played under real pressure.
Yep.
Like LeBron James, that's why you always gotta give LeBron. No player in NBA history has played with that amount of pressure and scrutiny
Mm-hmm.
each
Yeah.
game like LeBron James.
Facts.
And that
Yes.
actually weighs in on people's performances in a real
Facts.
way, especially when
Facts.
Yes.
the moments come. You see, start players tense up more, and
Yep.
they're letting physicality go. So now you're really having to get to it and lock in and on a certain level mentally. And your T Max of the world, yeah, Detroit, he went up 3-1. Finally, expectations and pressure was on him because to that point, it's like, hey, he has a big game. He scores. Who cares if win or lose? Look at how awesome he looked. But at
Yep.
that point, now it's expectations. Hey, you got him on the ropes. Now you got to close the deal. Now, like people are expecting more of you, and the defense is really keyed in on you.
That's
And
true.
when that happened, you faltered. He brings up Steph and he brings up Kobe. They bounced back. You never did.
Never did. And obviously, we
So
talk about injury. Injury played a part in that, but still, we like don't try to use an excuse to justify your failure, bro. It is what it is. Part of
exactly.
it. Mo, I
I
want
mean,
to
doesn't
say
take.
something.
Yeah, go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, like for me, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of these older players, bro. Like I think, like when they were playing after they done playing, I feel like for me they become. I don't know. I keep saying that Gil be trolling. I feel like, bro, they become dumber, bro. Like the stuff, some of the stuff that they be saying, I
Yes.
just be like, bro, like I seen the video when T Mac was talking about. I don't know who the other guy was you talking about that he got that guy's like more handle than Kyrie. Then I went and tapped the nigga
Yeah,
in and watched his highlight, bro. I'm like, bro, like you can't tell me this nigga's handles are better than Kyrie
yeah, he
handles, bro.
tripping.
So I'm just like, bro,
Where
like they get bitter when they not playing anymore. They talk shit on niggas like Bron or like niggas that like they was never in the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Conversation. Yep.
yeah. So I'm just
To
like, bro,
Gil's
like just give
credit,
it a
though,
rest.
this
and to
dude was
Gil's
saying
credit,
that Kyrie
though,
would beat LeBron 1-on-1.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's not talk about that. But what
To
you said,
Gil's
that what?
credit, though, to
Yeah,
Gil's credit, he does give LeBron a lot of praise and stuff like that. He respects the stuff that he does. But the one thing that we're missing the fact of here, we're listening to these two people who haven't even been in the finals as much as LeBron or even touched that surface as much as
that's true.
LeBron and the Steph and them. So why do we even want to listen to what they're
Finals. These
talking
dudes ain't
about?
been to the
Now you
They
second
ain't
talking.
even been
round.
over there. Like
Now
These
enough for
talking.
dudes
them to
ain't
be
been out the
talking.
first.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Even KD and them and Tim Duncan and them should be talking to Tim Duncan should be the one talking. He been to the
Yeah,
finals
he Tim
enough,
man
you
talking.
know? And
You
like
never
and
finding
like
them.
Shaq and them. We're listening to these people that went to we can probably count on our fingers how many times they went to the playoffs and got bounced out on on the first
It's a
round and
fact.
things like that. They haven't even touched the finals enough for us to be
Now
listening
that's
to
a
them.
fact.
Gil has
Bro,
Gil
they
even
haven't
ever been
touched
to
the
the
second
finals?
round.
Nah, I
Not
don't even
Nope.
one
think
Gil
Gil
time
been
with
to
never
them.
second round.
Bro,
Gil
thank
Look,
you.
Gil never been to the second round.
Yeah,
yo,
But
nah.
that's
ever
what I'm
since
saying. We're
LeBron,
listening to them.
Ever since LeBron touched his shoulder, he said, "Yo, Gil, if you miss this, you guys are going home." Gil never recovered.
Bro, we
LeBron,
never
listen,
seen him.
you know when Jesus
Oh.
used to put his hands on people and just like do miracle? LeBron touched his shoulder and did miracle. You know the funny thing is, it's
T
like when
Mac
you
is
talking to a
known
girl,
for not getting out the first round. So is
either.
Gil.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, look,
That's
it's
what I'm saying. Why are we listening to that?
never
We
left the
never even
first
seen them
round.
play serious
They're
basketball.
pal.
Bro, T
Beat
Mac, I'm
Salo,
not
they're
gonna even.
pals.
Like we
They're
know they're great. We know you guys had great
no,
moments
no,
in
we
your
don't even know.
career.
We don't know they're great. We know they had great games.
Yeah,
Nah,
These are
nah,
facts
you
though.
don't
But
don't do T Mac like
we're
that.
not
He,
gonna even don't do Gil like that either,
yeah,
bro.
T
hey,
Let's
Mac
not
was
let's
him.
not under
Yeah, I
hey,
started watching basketball because that nigga, bro. What?
hey, so you know,
okay.
you be like, yo, you see a shorty across the street, you go up to her, you get her number, and you're like, damn, all right, man, I see what you know what I'm saying. That's like getting to the playoffs. You get her number, you get to talk to her, I'm like, all right. And then later your man asks you, like, what happened with that? You be like, man, she stopped responding. That means you never closed the deal. Like,
You
Never.
hit
you can't come over here and talk about, at least I got her number though, but you didn't close the
that.
deal.
Thank
What
you.
are
And
we
you hit
talking
You didn't
about?
close the
nothing.
deal,
And
Yeah,
you
T
hit
bro.
Mac, yeah, T Mac,
nothing,
bro.
T
bro.
Mac. T Mac never made it to the second round.
But y'all see how Stephen A. clocked his T real quick, bro.
Let's
I
Stephen
watch the
A.
respect
rest of
said,
the
Steve.
video.
wait,
I
wait,
see.
wait.
I want to watch the rest of the video.
Rest of the video, yeah. I
Yeah,
respect
let
him,
me
but
see.
yeah.
Because it's a school project, it's a team project, right? There's an A student.
Come on.
That A student final grade from the media is reflected by everybody else. So if you don't have other A students with you, right?
I happen to know a thing. I happen to know a thing or two.
What?
I happen to know a thing or two about Gilbert Arenas, and Gilbert Arenas, obviously Mr. Buckets himself, is also a pretty astute businessman. Now you have a team, but when you go to the negotiating table with a team, somewhere along the line you said, "Yo, I'm here." Hold on, wait a minute. It's not all you, because I'm not trying to say, nor have I ever said, it's not all on you. I'm saying when you talk about a narrative and how the public perceives things, it emanates from that, because somehow, some way, they're looking at you, and it's not 1 on 5, but they're
Technically.
technically expectations are not expectations.
As a player, what's the most frustrating part of this conversation for you?
They separate the individual from the team, right? When things don't go right with the team, it's your fault, right? If there's a game 7 and the best player don't perform well, it's his fault. But you could go in history. I remember, was that Boston versus Lakers? Kobe didn't play well in game 7. Ron Artest, saved the day.
But we all remember that.
Hey,
We all
yeah,
remember that.
But
That's not a good
you know,
example. We all remember
that's not a
that.
good example. You know the funny thing is,
Hey,
should I
the funny
continue? Should I
thing is,
continue?
hey,
Yes,
pause
nah,
it
let's
real
talk.
continue.
We
quick.
can
Pause it
talk.
for
My
a second.
bad. You
Continue up,
no,
or y'all want to give take?
yeah, no. I was
Pause.
just gonna say the thing
Yeah,
is, this idiot doesn't even know what a good game is, because
yeah,
they equate scoring and
Mm-hmm.
efficiency so much to winning and good basketball, that just because Kobe didn't shoot the ball well doesn't mean he didn't have
He
a
didn't
good
play.
He
game.
was doing
Yeah.
You know,
other
he was
things
locking down. He had like over 15 rebounds.
yep,
He's the one that
and
made the pass
assists.
to Artest.
Yes,
Like,
to
what are
make
we
yep.
that
talking
shot.
about? So just because
And
he didn't hit shots don't mean that he didn't do winning things out there. And they
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
lack that winning shit. They only
Yes.
see it as scoring, 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 and that's it.
and
Kobe
And to
made
and
winning
Kobe's
plays and he
point,
didn't shoot the ball well, but he had a good game. So he
and to
doesn't
and
Kobe's
understand.
point, to Kobe's
mhm.
point, once he realized it wasn't going for him, he started passing to his team.
That's true, though. That's true. And not only that, just to go back to the video, just one last thing to just cap it. First of all, you said game 7. You never got to game 7. 1, 2. What about game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? The Kobe put up monster numbers to get them to game 7. That's one.
Yes,
Has there been games where Kobe carried the team? That's another thing. 3, because the amount of attention that Kobe attracts got Ron Artest open. Even Kobe's having a bad game, but they know how lethal he is. That's
Yeah.
that right there drew a lot of attention towards him to get Ron Artest open for that open jump shot. So,
I
Yeah.
agree.
like, don't do all of that. Y'all didn't do none of the work.
Hey, that's
Stop it.
why honestly I got people like Ant Man way over dudes like T-Mac because Ant-Man will
That's a
have
fact.
games where he's not hitting shots, right? But Ant-Man can transition into damn near a lockdown defender. He will
Defender.
go over there. He will go over there and guard your best player and
Yep.
make life difficult. He will get to rebound. He get to doing different stuff, whether
And
it's
that's
making plays defensively or rebounding, where even if Ant-Man ain't hitting shots like
Mhm.
how a superstar may usually do, he still impacts winning. And that's why
Yep.
he's went further than any of these dudes. He
That's a
even gets
fact.
that more than a Kevin
Yeah,
Durant.
Ant-Man is
He
better than both of
literally
these guys,
gets
though.
it.
Ant-Man is
but
better than
that's
both
the
of them.
thing. And that's the thing. That's where people miss the point and don't respect Dwayne Wade and those type of people enough. Dwayne Wade played both sides of the ball.
Yep.
Those
Yeah.
type of things are winning basketball. They're winning championship basketball. I'm not saying
And
it's always gonna lead to championships, but at some point you're gonna see the result.
oh
Yep.
yeah.
And Mo, so what do you think what T-Mac said about uh it's a we thing and Ron Artest bailed out Kobe in game 7? Do you
That's
think he has a
crazy.
legit point?
Bro, he don't got no point. Just like how you said, bro. Like just like how what Salo said, bro. Just
Yeah,
because Kobe didn't score, that's the thing, bro. Like he said it right. They have what it's like they have one mentality. That's why they wasn't so great. So it's like, oh, if I didn't shoot the ball well,
hmm,
then I'm probably not gonna play, better defense. If my shooter's not there, then in me I'm having a bad game. You get what I'm saying? Which
exactly.
is not always the case. If your shooter's not there, you play defense, like how you mentioned Ant-Man. Like you get rebound, you
Mhm.
make it uncomfortable for other player, you make shots for your teammate. So and these
Exactly.
guys don't have the it factor. They didn't have that. They didn't have that to win championship.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? So
Most
bro,
said
they
the
just
it
never
factor.
got it. They never got it.
I agree. I'm gonna continue the video.
Lost the series to Phoenix in the first round.
By
They
the way,
played
that's every
And
championship.
that's what I'm saying. Like
makes
you,
a shot for Miami.
It's a
Come on, man.
series.
It's like
You
all that
can't
stuff.
point at the individual.
If
And
you
also,
are
I say the public perception, we help drive that with what we tell the public.
okay,
Fair?
and that's fair.
So
and
that's where you get the barbershop
But what
talk.
I'm saying to you is this: if I'm a member of the same team as you, and I'm getting paid $50 million,
Thank you.
and you
Thank
get
you.
paid
yes, I was
I
about to
$5,
was
say
David.
that.
I was
I was
just
there's
about
a
to
about to
say
say
that.
reason
that.
for that.
Yo, he's the
I
most.
I
swear,
was
I
Yo,
was about
just
to say
about
that.
to
I was about
say
to
Stephen A.
say
that.
that.
Smith. Look. I'm gonna let
He
him
was trying to
finish.
take shots at
Let,
him
let him.
because
I'm gonna let him
he
finish
hasn't.
Yeah.
I
because
was
he's
just
making it.
about to
So
say that.
somebody's gonna. I'm not saying that it's always fair, because sometimes your teammate can mess up. Guys ain't getting the job done. It may not be your fault. We recognize that. What I'm saying, however, I'm talking about the expectation going into a situation. I'm not talking about looking at the moment and ignoring what other people didn't do while you did your job. That's egregious. But walking into a situation where expectations and narratives are established, it usually comes associated with the great ones that stand above the crowd. How is that a problem?
Because the great ones also have other cars with them. That helps them there.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, we're Bugattis.
Beat it.
Right?
Okay.
Ferrari. I got Hondas with me. Who's really winning this
Shucks.
race?
That's right.
Who is really winning
Got
this race?
that, and you're right.
Loser mentality,
Because that's a
blaming his
damn good point.
teammates.
You're absolutely
Look, T-Mac laughing hard like he made the greatest point. Stop laughing, bro. You blew a
I can't
3-1 lead.
stand these. I
I'm
can't
only
stand these
laughing. I'm
loser
laughing because Gilbert
mentalities.
Arenas is funny though. The Honda.
I mean, I don't find nothing funny about it
Yeah,
though.
I'm
It's
crying.
a
I think
loser
it's funny.
mentality. He's
It
blaming
is.
his
It is.
teammates. He sucks.
Like,
What did he do? He choked free
Jeez.
throws. Should they go up there and blame him? He's literally saying the players I was with wasn't good enough, but I was. No, you weren't, and
what?
you don't get it.
Yep.
You
If you
weren't.
can't
They're
make
over
your
there
team,
uplifting
yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
First, look at how they can contradict themselves. They're gonna come up here and say, "No, don't separate us from the team," but yet they separate themselves by saying, "I'm a Bugatti, I'm a Ferrari,
Great
and I'm
point.
with Hondas." Why are
Yep.
you separating yourself now, idiot?
Exactly.
And
They're
and
losers, bro.
and Stephen
Period.
A. said it. You made more money than them guys, bro. You make 50
Exactly
million, and
what?
he makes 5 million. Why do you expect so much more out of the five
You know,
million guy, and you make
It's
50?
a reason why them
it's
dudes ain't
it's
win.
it's so simple. This is the whole point. They are selfish. That's it. It's a selfish loser mentality.
Yeah.
Because if we loses, it's me. But if we win, you get all the praise. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that your career didn't turn out to be like a LeBron or Kobe, and you were put in the light of, because at one point it was Kobe or T Mac who was the best player in the league, right? T Mac was averaging 32 points, doing all type of stuff or whatever the case may be. But you can't sit here, Bugatti, Honda. Bro, first of all, you're downplaying other players. So if that's the case, LeBron took Boobie Gibson,
Yep.
Algazgis,
Yep.
Verjao to the
Yep.
NBA Finals.
Yep.
What are we talking
Facts.
Hey,
about?
Facts.
100%. And Gilbert
And
is
a
the
Mo
same guy.
Williams and all those type of people, and there's so many people that we can be like, oh, who was even on that team? We're saying this because we really watched the game when we were little kids and stuff like that. There's people that don't know those players. They're not even gonna know who
Yeah,
they are. You understand what I'm saying?
crazy.
They people don't even know Booby Gibson's real name is Daniel Gibson and things like that. But we know these little details because we covered and we watched the game. But they're not watching the game. If LeBron can take those players to
Yep,
the finals and
yep,
things like that, what are we missing here? Like T Mac, you had a Yao Ming.
yep.
Like, let's not
100%.
forget about that. Come
Oh
on,
yeah.
bro.
And
Like, let's put the
they're bad leaders. Because I never heard Kobe said,
Yeah.
"Yo,"
Mm-hmm.
Kobe be like, "It's my fault." Kobe be
Yep.
like, "I should be leading the team." Kobe would say all he thinks is job finish. Kobe would be harder on himself. That's why he did what he did. If you go watch them back and forth, the matchup between Kobe and T Mac, Kobe most of the time was busting his ass. Right, so we know that for a fact. Gilbert's still dwelling on the fact that he scored 60 on Kobe. He act like he won a championship. He said he went home that day. He talked about all type
Literally.
of theatrics. So it's like, bro,
yeah.
Yeah,
you like
bro.
that's like talking about a nigga that's been spanking the league for years after years. You score 60 on him, so you think you're solidified because you score 60 on him, bro?
And
Cut it
and
out, bro. So the leadership is terrible. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
what Salo said, that's
un-
that, bro. It's just a loser mentality because in the back of their head, they don't want to say it publicly. In the back of their head, they know exactly what it is that
Right.
Stephen is trying to say. They know, but they just
they
losers, so they don't
know.
want to face it. They don't want to face the reality.
And they
Bro,
That's
thought
just a
they were
loser
bigger than the
mentality.
team.
And,
They thought
and
they
and
were bigger
I've
than the
seen
team.
Gilbert Arenas before in a pod talk about how, oh, his numbers could have been better, but he had three other players averaging close to 20 points on his team. It was
Yep.
Gilbert talking about that. So how you gonna turn around? Now they're Hondas. It's loser mentality, bro.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah,
And
you can't tell me Karan Butler
so
was a Honda.
Karan Butler was
Karan
nice.
Butler,
Thank you.
Anton. They had a
Anquan
couple other
Jameson,
pieces.
and
Jameson,
he
Anton
trying to
Stevenson
talk.
Jameson.
too.
You know,
Yes,
So
bro.
bro, he
look,
had a bunch of pieces. You just weren't that guy.
and just for Gil, the fact that he's out here just lying.
And
Again,
got
look at this. Look, remember this. When LeBron touched his shoulder, who was that? The Hondas or the Bugatti fault? When LeBron came and
Right.
touched your
You're
shoulder, if
doing
you
them
miss
free
this, you're going
throws.
home. Was that the Honda or the Bugatti that missed the free throw? Both of them.
Bugatti.
Exactly.
That
All
Bugatti
right.
missed
So
that.
so so look at him sitting here stupid, putting his hand like you missed the
And
free throw,
he
buddy. You.
You blew it. You
and
blew
he
it.
got his church suit on over here talking that shit.
Bro, I never seen Gilbert in a pod say that he was wrong about something. And it's
Hey,
been
bro.
multiple times where he's been wrong about situations like, oh, it's only 2 points of difference. You were wrong. If you say 24, the men average 26, you're wrong.
Hey, bro, that's why it was an interview. Like, Steph be going through his little stretches where he's struggling, right? And the reporter was trying to build sympathy for him, like, hey, carrying the team, having to do all this, you think it's taking a load? He was like, I don't need no sympathy. And I'm like, bro, I just love that mentality. I accept responsibility for the outcome. I don't need your
Mm-hmm.
sympathy. And I'm just going to accept shit for what it is and improve upon it. It's just like, it's not spreading blame. It's
Mm-hmm.
not saying, oh, this is the reason why. It's just taking it on the chin, taking it on the chest, and just
And
moving
Steph
along.
do that a lot. He says
Yeah.
it a lot in interviews. He'll be like, "It's all I gotta be better." And
I gotta be better.
people act like, "Oh, that's the right answer to say." No, they really mean that. I have to
They
be
mean
better.
that. You
Like
feel
there's
me?
people we've seen even that some other people throw people under the bus a little bit.
What?
Even KD and them. Like
Um,
I just saw KD in the interview talking about how Phoenix didn't want him.
I
What?
mean, yeah.
Exactly.
You know
I mean,
the
who wants you? But again, Steph, they say Steph doesn't have a final, MVP. Steph said, okay, all right, KD's gone. I'm gonna go ahead and show people that I can get me one. He went. Clay Thompson wasn't the same Clay Thompson. He was still good.
Mhm.
Draymond is not an offensive juggernaut. He's just the heart of that team. And it wasn't no Jimmy B. It was what is it? What's the guy name? The big. He's 6'7". He played the center. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name right
Kevon
now.
Kevon
Looney.
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 He
Kevon
he
Looney,
went there, right?
Wiggins,
Ste-
GP.
exactly. Steph went there, got his MVP, and he told the young Boston team, he said, I think after they won up like 2-1 or whatever, he told them this is the last game you guys are gonna win. He said the last game you guys are gonna win. You know what I equate that to? when LeBron touched his shoulder. You missed this, you going home. Like, bro, stupid ass suit he got on, look like a leprechaun. Like, I hate the fact he do shit like this, bro. And this just proved that Stephen A. Smith, the fact that he been covering basketball for so long, that he understand the dynamic of things that goes to win a championship or the structure of the team better than both of these guys.
They
That's
tried
like,
to downplay that. They
yeah,
tried to make it seem like people like the Stephen A's that haven't played the game or like the Skip Baylesses and that. Listen, they've been watching long enough for them to pay attention to what's really going on. It's different
yep,
when you're playing the game. You can't see it like the people on the outside can see it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You're playing at that time. We're the ones watching. We're seeing different things. You can't like we've all played basketball. The way you see
yep.
the game while you're playing and when you're watching are two different things. Like you guys know, we all played.
Now that's a fact. And I would say, just to cap it, um, Gilbert Arenas terrible leadership because LeBron was able to elevate his teammates that were all Hondas, and you didn't do the same thing. And for T Mac, at one point you had Ron Artest, Sean Battier, Yao Ming, Louis Scola. You had Rafa Austin, Skip Tumalu on that team. So you telling me if you put Kobe in the middle of that, Kobe's not going to win. Kobe won with Andrew Bynum, Paul Gasol, Lamar
Yes.
Odom, Sasha Vujacic. I don't even know how to say his name. Like
Mm-hmm.
Derek Fisher. So let's just stop it. Kobe went in and did it with he was the only superstar on the team. Yes,
Yep.
Paul was a great player. He was an all-star,
But he
but Kobe
wasn't a
went in
superstar.
went and got two of them. Stop it, T Mac. Come on now.
Stop it.
Tracy
Nobody want to hear
Kakai
that.
McGrady. What you
Laat
doing?
gewoon jou voor je.
Bro, for real.
Bro, after that game
Dog.
7, bro.
Be listening
Nah,
to these
that
dudes.
right there really had me tight, bro. Like
Had me
I don't
And
get
you
it.
know what's crazy? You played the whole thing. I only saw the little T Mac part and Stephen A was clocking his teeth. I didn't even see the bullcrap Gilbert was spilling out today. And I love
Man,
Gilbert
Oh,
Arenas. But
man,
like
you
I
gotta
watched
watch it.
that pod and I love him, but like, come on, bro. Like, let's call a spade a spade.
I don't
Get
pay
out of here.
attention to
Gilbert
Nah,
be
Gil, bro.
talking a lot of
like he just
nonsense.
be saying it, like anything, bro. But like again, sometimes he make great points, sometimes he doesn't. I
He
think this
does,
is
yeah.
the one you guys were. Is it the one that you guys were talking about? This one right here. That's when they
Hey,
got into
David,
it.
you made this stuff when you were talking about he's like, and I seen the clip where Gilbert was talking about, oh, Kobe and all of them needed multiple moves to beat people, to get by people. All he needed
Yep.
was one. I'm like, that's how you know you ain't make it past the first round.
One. All you need was
You only
one.
need one. Like, I'm like, bro, because they was never worried about your one like that. Your one was about to
That's
win the
true.
game, bro. Your one not winning the game.
Oh, we can see.
I would have too.
Suited 40%. Talk about
No, we
one.
Duncan would have went.
look. Like it's just he's funny though, but it's just when it comes to winning, it's not funny to me. I'm not saying
Yes, it's not
I'm not
funny
saying
when
you're a
it comes
loser
to
in life.
winning.
I was about to say I find him very funny, guys.
Man.
Like the whole league, that's what makes it stupid to argue. The whole league was number 2 options. If Duncan would have went there, number 2. If Dirk was there,
Wait, what team you talking about with Shaq?
Yeah, he's over here, Dickie and
I
Shaq.
sit in this corner,
I
boss
didn't even see
man.
this one.
That's what I was watching earlier.
Win a ring as the number 2 option.
Infuriating.
No, I don't know what you talking about. We all was number 2 options.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Like the whole league, that's what makes it stupid to argue. The whole league was number 2 options. If Duncan would have went there, number 2. If Dirk was there, number 2. If KG was there, everybody was number 2.
You seen his stats?
Number 2.
He didn't get out the first round.
If Duncan won a ring in 2000.
True. Number 2. Everybody was
Why
the
am I
number
the
2
number?
option.
I got
talking
one
about the
before-
Shaq?
Yes.
Right.
Everybody. He was the only player that when we're talking about guarding him, you're putting 3 to 4 people.
Yeah.
Like it was, if you didn't dig down on the first dribble, the person that's guarding him was pissed off. Like, come on, dog. This is what come on. You know the game plan.
Would he
His
be-
first dribble, hard dig.
Would he be available?
Who?
Tracy McGrady. He was injury prone, so would he be
Not
available?
early, not that point in his career.
We're talking about 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
So you saying
He averaged 30 32.
Saying what
Hit
year if he
the
played with
Orlando.
Shaq,
The Orlando. He's talking about the Orlando.
Orlando T-Mac was
No,
early
no,
in his
I
career. That T-Mac
I
was
get the
crazy.
point, but I don't know.
right there,
I don't think the work
right?
ethic
The
would have been
Orlando
there to be able to win a
He's
championship.
saying if he took the Orlando T-Mac that averaged 32 and that, and you replace him and put him with Kobe, he's the same person.
Yeah, it was a point in time where
That's what you're
T-Mac.
talking about. That.
Bro, y'all just go ahead and deal with that, bro. Like I don't even understand,
Once again, oh my god.
bro. Like it just because
Sometimes
to
I
me
don't
it's
know.
like stop playing with Kobe, dog. People act like Kobe was regular.
Hey, keeping
Stop
it
playing with
100,
Kobe.
I don't even think Orlando T-Mac was in good enough shape to play that level of basketball night in, night out with people coming at you with their best and going into the playoffs. Because some of these people who be injury prone like this, not all the time, but sometimes it be to overextending their bodies and not being in the physical shape that they need to be in to play a
Yeah.
certain way. And that comes down to work ethic and a bunch of different factors. And
Everybody
I look at,
can't play that long into the
yeah.
season, all the
And
way to the finals, conference finals, a lot of seasons like that. Everybody can't do
facing
it.
people's best night in, night out. I'm like, just because you average 32 points in the best season that, your best scoring season, and Lord knows what the team success looked like and what you did in the playoffs, which pretty much was nothing. But doesn't mean you put you on a team with another dominant player that is just going to be, oh, boom, boom. It's not like that. And yeah, I look at T Mac and you swap him out with Kobe, man. No, I don't think they're
Yeah, like
doing. They're not winning
I
at
don't
all.
agree with that. It's just like I think that year team Kobe averaged 28 points. And if we look at it, T Mac probably shot maybe 41% that year, bro.
Bro, whatever T Mass was, it doesn't even matter. Whatever he was averaging, I don't even think that matter. I just don't think he have like a championship winning mentality that Kobe has.
Yeah,
Even if
me
he would have
same.
swap him out, like it
Right
doesn't
there.
work. It doesn't work,
I
bro.
agree.
Like I don't care if he
I
was scoring
agree.
40 point, swap him out on whatever team he was on. You put him on that team. He's not Kobe. He's not.
It's two different type of 40s and two different types of like I don't know the intensity and the way Kobe approaches the game. Like he played defense too. Like let's not forget that he's not just out here just offense, offense, offense.
Ooh.
No, he also played
Mm.
Ooh.
defense. And T Mac is not taking that into consideration here. Like how good
Ooh.
was he on defense?
You made a
Kobe had
good point.
Kobe had an aura. Kobe was getting rebound, like a lot of stuff, bro. I don't think people was like T Mac, bro. T Mac's the reason why I
You know
really
what?
started watching basketball because he
Me
was him,
too.
but he's not Kobe though.
But you
And
can't
I'm
just be out
glad.
here saying if you be insert you into like Kobe, who's to know if you're gonna be playing good with Shaq in them? Who's to we don't know. We don't know. And I just think it's
It doesn't
like
work.
everybody can't make up stuff. It's
So
easy for everybody to insert themselves somewhere.
thank you.
And
Can we
good.
all see?
Yeah, I can
Yeah, we
see.
can
Yeah.
see.
Salah, go ahead, make your point.
I was about to say, they were in terms of. Said I lost my train of thought. You can go.
Okay, sorry,
It's
my bad, my bad. But look,
no,
this is them versus each other, right? And I saw
Mhm.
another one. Kobe averaged like 20, 26.9, 5.4, 5.5 rebound, 5.5 assists against T Mac in 21 games. But look at this though, because he's talking about because what Gilbert is doing, he's taking T Mac 31, 32 that he averaged, just
Mhm.
saying, just
hmm
put that on with Shaq, he's gonna win. No, that's not. But we're talking about chemistry. We're talking about the little intangible that.
Mhm.
That's why you got to be there in real time to see what Kobe did exactly. Not only the points you see on the paper. First, I think I was
That's
talking
the
about y'all.
thing.
When you're looking at defensively, Kobe made all NBA first team, right? Oh, no, not that one, not that one, not that one. All NBA defensive first team 9 times. Look at Tracy McGrady. What number is that? Is that a is that a goose egg?
That's a goose
Oh
egg.
yeah, goose egg.
That's
That's
it.
a goose egg.
Okay. So all defensive teams, Kobe 12 times. Tracy McGrady. So where that you letting us know T Mac was not like what are we talking about? What
Yeah,
is T
and
Mac
that's the
talking
thing.
about?
I ain't
We
never
can't
seen
work.
it.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead,
Trevor.
Mo. No, Mo was about to make a point.
No, I was just about to make fun of him again, but go ahead.
No, I was just
He's still
saying
my
like
player though.
no, he was a good player. Don't get me wrong, but we can't sit here and try to diminish Kobe's defense and things like that. 9 times all defensive teams, like okay, You
Mm-hmm.
know who's doing that? The Tony Allens of the world and those people who hang their hat on defense and
Yep.
the Pat Bevs and things like people like, Kawhi does both ends of the floor too. Like for Kobe to be the best player in the NBA in certain seasons and have these numbers and still hang his head on defense like that, T Mac, you are not doing that. Like I'm
Never.
not gonna like I know it seems like we're like being hard on them, but they're just talking a whole bunch of stuff that they didn't do. I'm
No, that's a
sorry, they
fact.
didn't do it.
They didn't do it. And bro,
We watched it.
T Mac didn't make the first team. He didn't make the second team. He didn't make the third team defensive. J Dub just made the third team.
Bro. And if we being real, like, cause in this stuff, Gilbert gonna go on this whole the debate used to be about Kobe and T Mac. T Mac was sweet, yes, but it was not T Mac. It was Allen Iverson. We knew for real, for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
Muggs that was around, it was Allen Iverson. Obviously, everybody knew who Shaq was, but Allen Iverson and Kobe used to get comparisons way more
Mhm.
than Tracy
Mhm.
McGrady. Tracy McGrady was nice, but he wasn't AI. Like T
Yeah.
Mac
Yeah, he
wasn't
wasn't.
that. He wasn't AI. And
And,
AI
and
was the
Gilbert
one.
and
T Mac.
Gilbert Arenas was knocking on
Yeah,
the door forever.
I don't know.
Literally.
T Mac was
Hey,
putting up buckets, Salo.
Yeah,
hey,
He,
he
T-Mac
had a
was him.
couple
He was
seasons
him.
putting up buckets. He wasn't Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was an MVP. It was
no, no,
it's
no, no. I'm
like,
not saying he was Allen Iverson, but I'm just saying like Tracy
yeah, I'm
McGrady
like
was
T
that.
Mac was putting up big buckets, but he was making zero noise in the playoffs.
No, no,
Zero.
that's true. But he was averaging 32 points in the league. Is fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
on the eighth seeded Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference. They
I
was
don't
the
know where they
eighth
were
seed.
at, but
When Trey Young do that, when LaMelo Ball and them put up numbers and get eighth seed, we bash them. We like we don't even care what they doing. T Mac was
Because
on the
they're not
eighth
winning.
seed. He was because they not winning. We
no,
don't
but
care. People act like Trey Young ain't putting up historical numbers some season when it comes to points and rebounds. They're like, oh, he's sixth seed. They not
I
showing
think
him
Trey Young
respect
is
like that.
heavily undervalued.
He
But
is in the
but
NBA.
yeah, but I think though, like with T
Luca
Mac,
just got traded.
dog, like weak as hell. So,
Like, bro, it's vicious out here.
And then he was
T
averaging
Mac
what,
would
30?
T Mac would have got shipped in this climate.
so wait,
Journeyman.
For Jeremy Lin,
What they shipping us
you
T
hear me?
look,
For
Mac
Jeremy
in.
Lin.
wait, is this
Like
guy? This is
T Mac
crazy,
is a
bro.
T Mac an energy guy
Not cat.
on a championship team.
So look,
But
look, hey, so
Salo,
look.
please
Whenever you look up T Mac, bro, you don't go like when you go look at the game log for one season, you don't go past after you scroll down. That's it.
I
It's
know.
like, bro, dog, I'm not gonna lie, T Mac was bro, but he was giving them buckets though. Look,
Hey, no, hey,
35,
bro.
37, 31.
He was
T Mac was
like,
giving niggas buckets.
hey, you know what T Mac really is for real? Bradley Beal.
So look, nah. Bro, look at this 42, 35, 33, 20. T Mac was giving, he averaged 33. He was a bucket getter. That's
That man
Hey,
said he's
hey,
Bradley Beal.
hey, he's
What?
Bradley. Bro, do y'all remember what Bradley used to do?
Let me go look at
Yes.
this
Bradley was
nigga.
having
Yes.
Bradley
back-to-back
was dropping
50s.
no,
Facts.
no,
50.
no, no, no,
Yeah,
no, 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 no. Bradley was not T Mac at all, bro. Cut it
he
out.
wasn't
Bradley
on
Beal
him.
was nice
Cut it
though.
out. Cut
T
it
He
He
was
out.
Mac and
was.
nice
No, he
though
Bradley
for
wasn't.
like
Beal,
He was, bro.
twins.
I'm looking
he
at
wasn't
every play.
nice
Look,
though, Mo.
no,
They
but every
twins.
playoff, look, every playoff, this man is averaging 30. He just not getting out. Bro, he's doing what Shea doing every yeah, T Mac might have a point. So look,
No.
like everywhere I go, he's giving people 30, bro.
Let me see. Let me see.
Look. So let me go back,
Let's
right?
do it.
So let's
No,
go.
What
no,
the
that shit
stats looking
funny as
like?
hell.
Look, let me go back to look. 2001, 2002, he averaged 30 points, 6.3 rebounds, 5.5 assists, shooting 46%. That's good. That's
That's
Yeah,
really
no,
great.
good.
he was balling. Hey, but look, go back to the
Look,
game log too.
33, 33,
He was over
6.5
here. He
rebounds.
was
Hey, he
torching.
getting his 30s.
And 2000, 2004, he didn't make it. 2004, 2005, look,
Low key though, that's probably when the legs stopped working a little bit. The thing
against,
started jiggling.
And W, you right. He gonna go get his
he gonna
30s.
get his 30 for sure.
No
And I
wonder
look,
why he said he loves Shea game.
yeah, smooth. He say smooth.
because he
Yeah,
was smooth like that.
and he stopped. He just stopped making it to the
Hey,
Utah
go
Jazz.
no go.
He was Paul
Hey, go
George
to the
before Paul
Pistons
George
one. That was
came.
like 2002, 2003. The Pistons one. He started out on Pistons, bro. He thought he was
Yup, right here.
finally gonna get out. He started out David 43, 46, going crazy.
Dog, team, dog.
Dog. And he was efficient after the third
He
game,
was. He
nigga.
was.
Like, you feel me? After now, look, you wasn't saying nothing about playing with shitty
Wait.
teammates
So look,
when you
16%. No, that's the 3 point. I was about to say.
oh yeah. No,
39,
Tayshaun and them
29.
got the clamping him viciously.
Dog.
Tayshaun was on T-Mac so crazy.
So let me see what y'all mean. Like what? Oh yeah, they sent him. He averaged 20, but T-Mac was bugging, bro. T-Mac was giving efficiency is either in the 44 or 42.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he not the most efficient. But he don't turn the ball over like that either though.
He
Yeah.
doesn't.
So
He,
it's
I mean, he was
so
very
it's
good.
like
That's what
you
I'm
feel
saying.
me?
He was very
I'd rather
good.
you miss a shot than turn the ball over. He not turning it over crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know at this point. Like, brother T-Mac, we love you, but bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, should we finish this Swaggy P shit?
Oh, Swaggy P, they be disrespecting him crazy.
Crazy on the
But
show.
yeah, Swaggy P out that Gill.
He's talking about
Yeah,
that.
look at his face
There was a
already.
point in time where T-Mac was like, we were saying it. It was like a point in time where everybody was like, "Oh, who's better?" There was a point in time, like for 2 or 3 years, that was the conversation. And Kobe,
Everybody thought I was
went to the next
stupid
level.
when I said
Never got out the first round.
He's not
Hold on. Pause.
We
What
get
did you
the
just say? Everybody thought he was
We
right.
get that. You're not doing
I don't know. He didn't finish.
He's not saying he won. He's saying if you're home. Are y'all two stupid niggas? But he said if you take me and put me in there, I can average 22 and win the championship.
Losing
That's what he's
ass nigga.
saying. I don't know.
Kobe's
I ain't gonna lie.
Kobe's got to be 20.
I agree with Nick Young, bro. If the nigga never got out of the first round, don't compare it to the nigga that got 5 championships, bro.
That's a fact.
Facts.
Don't do
That's
that.
a fact.
Don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
Those two things don't even go together.
No, that's
I
a fact.
agree.
Right.
Yeah, don't compare us, buddy. That's not how it goes.
No,
28, 20.
Yeah, 20. The first year you averaged 22. But what he's saying, if you just put me in there and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm the second option, and I'm playing my role, shit, we can win a championship. What makes me not win a championship?
Well, you know,
Win the second
Shaq
option? He's not
also-
saying he's going to be there and do that. He's just saying, you put me there. Everybody say the same shit.
Well,
if you sub me with motherfucking Derek Fisher, nigga, I can win a championship with that.
We don't know that.
We don't know that.
We don't know
We don't know that. Thank you. We don't
No,
know
they're not.
that.
What's that? Chemistry. He just said it. Chemistry. We don't know that.
Yes, we don't know that. You're gonna go fuck up the chemistry
Y'all
of
just
music.
argue. The nigga
And you know the funny thing is, Derek Fisher hit some of the most clutchest shots, some of the
shots.
toughest shots.
Yes, that's a
He
fact.
wasn't getting
That's a
shoulder
fact.
tapped and getting scared.
And he's
He
gonna be
really
like, "I'm
wasn't.
clutch." He be like, "I'm clutch." Well, you should hit them free throws.
Exactly. You was clutching a regular season, game 62.
Yeah.
Who cares?
You just want to put people next to
Look, the fact that he wearing a Dodger jersey, they would never win a game again.
No, Dodgers are nice.
Were you in
What?
the league?
Not in there.
Do you
No.
think the Orlando, the nigga that won the scoring time, if you replaced him with Kobe, does he have a chance to win a championship?
No.
I mean, under that scenario, probably.
Okay. Kenyon?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. The people that
Can you also set yourself in that same position?
It is one. You nigga was 12.
Yeah, I'm glad they say. I agree with them. They say chance. They say chance. Not say they're gonna win it. A chance. I agree with that.
Everybody got a chance. If he swapped me and Kobe, we probably got a chance to win the championship.
Whenever you got arguably the best
You
player in the
talking
world,
about
you
me?
got a chance.
That's a fact. We didn't talk about. They used to say anything.
Shaq was
I'm
possibly
saying,
that.
and that,
Your work ethic ain't like Kobe.
but you know,
There you go. Work ethic ain't like Kobe.
They're not.
Bro, Kobe worked like an African and a Mexican. Take an African and Mexican, you put him. That's Kobe.
Got the Kobe mentality.
Shaq chose. He chose to go to the Lakers.
Has a lot to
So he
do.
chose Kobe.
Average 20 on that team. That's it.
28
Yeah,
and
nigga.
Yeah, it is when you got a motherfucker averaging 35 in the finals. It's more than enough.
38 one year too.
More than enough.
Kobe,
in the finals.
you don't ever put Kobe and T-Mac in the same
They
competition.
did.
Well, don't.
Only for a couple years.
I said it.
It was like 2 years.
Hold on.
Goddamn it, it's
Hey,
fuck-
listen,
fuck outta here.
We don't want
Fuck outta here.
Hey, I'm sorry. Hey,
Y'all.
Do not ever disrespect. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I wish, man, rest in peace to Kobe. I swear to God, I wish Kobe was here, bro. All this, all this shit that they're doing is not. Kobe's like the Tupac, right? It's like Tupac gone. It's a lot of stuff people saying you're not going to see when Pac was here. Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Pac. Kobe's not here. Y'all saying all of that because he would have striked y'all ass like the Mamba for real. Because y'all were just saying just because
And
you can
Kobe
compare
themselves,
it.
he would have showed up to the arena too. He would have.
Exactly. Like they're mentioning Luka and SG at some point. Somebody going to detach themselves. So he's saying, bro, at this point, we shouldn't even be talking about T-Mac and Kobe in the same sentence.
Bro.
We shouldn't, bro.
Because their total body of work is done,
T-Mac,
and
the
he
thing is,
doesn't
T-Mac wouldn't say
compare.
this.
True.
T-Mac wouldn't say this if Kobe was around. And Kobe's such a true competitor that the fact that he can't go out and really prove him wrong, he's just like, this dude talking shit. Like,
He can
It's
say
like,
just
that.
I don't know how to
sad y'all can say all this. The guy's not here right now, bro. Y'all was not saying none of that. Y'all was
Like,
mute
like
all them
what?
years.
Pure losers. These dudes wouldn't catch a
bro,
game off Kobe in a series.
man, what? From now on, we gonna call them first rounds, first
Bro,
rounders.
first rounders. They're
Like,
first
what are we
rounders.
talking about?
I'm
For
not
these
sure
first
I'm
rounders,
not
bro.
sure Gil better than Trey Young. I'm not sure. Because
Bro,
I've
it's a
seen Trey
lot of
Young in
players right now.
the
Gil's not better
finals.
than.
A
And you
lot
know,
of players Gil's not better
And
than.
that's what I'm trying to make it seem like when
Yeah,
he
Gil
be
was
over
the
here
back
talking
of
about he's the best that wore the number 0, basically, he be thinking like that. I'm like, bro, Dan
You're
had a
not better
way better
than
career than
Russell.
you, and he
He
wore
might have been
0.
Agent Zero.
Russell Westbrook
nah,
had a
Russell
way
Westbrook
better
wears 0.
career. That's
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Russell
Hey,
Westbrook, Dame,
Russ.
all them wear 0. They've had better careers than him, and they're not even done.
Bro.
I'm
People
sorry.
don't look at scoring 30 and averaging 30 to being the greatest or great player. Bradley Beal did it.
But Gil
Exactly.
did that
He
probably for
did
like
it.
4 seasons or 3, 4 seasons. That wasn't like he did that
Who?
10
Gil?
years.
Who
Yeah,
who who averaged 30?
how many
I don't
seasons
think
did
he
he
averaged 30
average
in a
20
Gil
season.
something
never.
no, he
points?
Yo,
did. I
if you
think
ever said
I don't think
Gil
he
averaged
averaged
30,
30
I
in
would
a
hurt you.
No,
he
I'm
didn't.
just
He didn't
saying he
average
had
30
30.
in a
a
series.
couple of
Nope.
really good
He
seasons,
averaged
like where he
29,
put
not
them.
30.
But that's what
Gil
I'm saying.
Arenas.
He put.
That's close. 29 is better.
But what I'm
No, it's
saying
not
is,
30. I don't
Yeah,
care if
30.
you.
He didn't have one season where he averaged 30.
It's 29, right?
Yep.
and
Never
Only
then
30. Don't
after
ever
average
say
one
that,
that.
it
season
was
is
like 20 something. But
29.3.
anyways,
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know if he had a good,
Yeah, how
even
many
like if
seasons
he
did
had a
T-Mac
10-year
average 30?
run where he
He
was
make
like
average 30, maybe
great
like
like that.
once or twice.
two, once or
One,
twice, I
Once.
think.
one.
No,
Bro,
Yeah,
if
once.
he
32.
was
It was
so
the
great, he
wizard.
would
That
have been a
wizard.
part of the 75th. Was he a part of that 75th team?
T Mac. Yeah, he
Gil
was.
Gilbert
T Mac.
Arenas?
No, I
No,
don't
not
Yeah,
think
T
he
Mac.
Gil.
averaged 31. I
Okay,
don't think
then.
Carmelo ever averaged 30, or if he did, maybe once.
Yeah, Carmelo's better than all these niggas though.
T Mac
No,
averaged 31 year, 2002, 2003.
Yep, that's
yeah.
when we
Bro,
compared to Cody.
averaging 30, Shay just makes it look
32,
so
bro.
damn
He averaged
easy.
32. Yeah, Shay
But
is
it's so
fucking.
efficient though. Like we're looking at shit. Like we're looking at because Shea's not shooting 45,
I
43.
could see Shay averaging 30 next 5 seasons.
Yeah, I can see it because the way he does it. But let's not get on shit right now. Let's continue.
He doesn't shoot.
This is what I
Let's about to get on shit and say that man is the
Right.
he the
Salo about to get
best.
on
Like,
some.
because these dudes not averaging 30, they talk like
How about this? Let's try this
Yep.
again. You guys wasn't there, so hold on.
Right, y'all was
So
there
hold
being a
on.
fan.
So hold on.
Being a fan of who?
Hold on.
Them niggas.
You wasn't there. You wasn't there.
Y'all was there
Hey,
being a fan.
I said it. Y'all said I was stupid. Can
was
you
being a
say
fan?
it exactly again? Who?
Everybody was there.
No, you said, hold on, so you said everybody, right?
Everybody was there in the
You got me, hey,
It
so
was
first and foremost, you got me
It was
fucked
only
up.
three people in y'all era.
So hold
You got
on.
me fucked
You
up.
wasn't there. You was
He
in
said
middle
it's only
school.
3 people in
You
y'all
was in
area.
middle school. You was in high school for the 12th
Cam
time. So
Martin
we don't
always
want to
ready to beat
hear.
up somebody.
That's not true. That's not true.
Hold on.
What are you saying?
This is Meta, can you tell me? This is loser talk. Can you tell me exactly
fact.
when Kobe had 3 rings and T-Mac was doing what T-Mac was doing? What were we saying again?
In that era, and it was just about 3 years, where everybody was saying they didn't know who was better.
They didn't know who was better.
It was just in that point
They
in time.
act like I was not there and I was not in the locker room and we was having these discussions and one was 3 rings. This is Jesus. Right. They act like I made it up myself.
You act like you came up
They act like I made this shit up myself.
But he's right about that though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, what does I don't know that.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything though.
We can always say, oh yeah, this nigga is better than this nigga.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
You know, I was
Nigga's
watching.
a fucking loser. I can say you a loser. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Fact.
You're a loser, bro.
He's a fucking loser.
Bro, he really is.
That's fine. It wasn't my opinion, nigga. It was a fact. He came on here and said the same thing. And y'all want to argue with the niggas that was there.
It can't
That's how y'all
It
sound
can't be a fact if you don't get out the first round and do shit. Come on, man.
So
You can't compare yourself to in those rounds.
I'm not necessarily comparing them because how I felt at that time, I felt Kobe might have had the edge personally.
82
personally.
I might have felt Kobe had the edge, but everybody was saying
personally.
You know why we know? You know why we know Kobe had the edge? You know why we know? Because Kobe got out of the first round, and the more you move forward, the better players and the better team you come across.
Yep.
So it's like, that's why is the like, come on, bro, like.
And we seen Kobe lock people up too. We seen what Kobe when Kobe told Philadelphia, "I'm trying to rip their heart out." Like, you know, when he went out there, bro, was like literally playing great defense on AI. We're like, bro, that's the difference. Kobe played defense. T-Mac didn't. That's the edge.
I feel it personally. I feel like maybe Kobe had the edge, but everybody was saying like, "Yo, T-Mac is nice." That's what people were saying.
They were saying you was the best player in the league. We were saying nobody said that. We're telling you what was. This is not talking about what was being said in real time in 2008. We're talking about 2002. What was being actually said, dog?
He was averaging 29. He was third in the league scoring. Who? You.
I'm telling you.
This nigga was averaging 32 a game, scoring, and nigga getting triple teamed. Nobody in the league was guarding T-Mac. That's what the conversation was. Y'all thought I was just capping. I'm not telling. There was a reason Kobe was feeling some type of way.
It is amazing these days, right?
These niggas are stupid.
Rather argue like
instead of listening.
You niggas will always think y'all right. You're not right.
We were there.
And then I remember Kobe had 31st half on that day.
I don't have to agree.
What is your take? We're there. We're game playing.
Niggas act like I gotta agree with you, motherfucker. You're not right. Shut that shit up. That's thinking on my nerves.
Yeah, I agree 100% with fucking Sweat. You know what Gil does sometimes, bro? He treat this man like shit. Like when he treats him like he's an idiot.
Downplay him everything, but I'm like, Nick Young's a champion. You're not.
You're not. I
don't care if he played or not.
It's like you were on the bench, right?
Yeah.
Gil can't even be on the bench of a championship team.
Because he thinks he's bigger than the team.
You be trying to downplay anything he says, bro. You be acting like he's like slow. No, bro, Swaggy people making a lot of sense sometimes. What are we talking about? And Gil, sometimes you say dumb shit. Like right now, you're saying dumb shit. Like just because you saying, oh, you don't agree with his opinion, doesn't mean he's wrong. Like you saying shit that's irrelevant. He averaged 32. So what? It was a conference. So what? He's not Kobe. He doesn't. He didn't make the all defensive team.
Nor
fuck you talking about?
Nor are you, Gil, because you know on the inside he feel
From
2002.
He's saying that people were
saying, what you said, Mo?
Nah, he's saying that people were saying that it was a conversation. Like obviously there's gonna be a conversation if the nigga scoring 32, if he's averaging 32, it's gonna be a conversation. That doesn't mean it's right.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's you guys' opinion at that time. Like we understand that.
And the defender, which is Ron Artest, he said Kobe has the edge. That's it. Kobe had the edge.
You niggas don't have, y'all not right. Let's go.
We're not right, and we were there, and we're game playing.
Yeah, because you were there.
Yeah, move on, nigga. What you say, Mo?
Yeah, because you was right. He said I was there. So what, nigga? We
watched it on
TV too. We're talking two men. We're not right.
I know he bust on.
Now you tell us how about this? What was being said in 2002 then? Since we're wrong, tell us what was being said in 2002.
I don't know. I was.
Then shut the fuck up.
I was a Kobe fan.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If you can't get the championship,
all I know about what Kobe was doing in LA.
If you can't give me an answer, then, and I ask you a fucking question, then shut the fuck up talking about.
All I see
I'm asking you a question.
All I see
in 2002. Can you tell us what was being said?
The parade at the
Can
parade.
You tell us I hate you niggas.
So like this nigga said parade.
He was focused on parades.
I didn't hear T-Mac and Kobe. I heard Kobe at the parade.
I'm asking you a educated
I think T-Mac would have been
educated question like a fucking damn. In 2002, when he had 3 rings, can you tell me with your educated self what was being said about T-Mac and Kobe? Since we're wrong, what was being said?
I just heard.
I know you don't fucking know.
Kobe
You ain't even got that.
Nobody was talking about a nigga that lost. It was always niggas that won. Kobe or Shaq. Who's better?
So
Thank you.
That's what you found. That's all you heard.
That's all I heard.
In middle school.
That's all right. Kobe and Shaq win the championship.
In middle school. Now, what did you hear in 2002 as a professional basketball player playing against Kobe and T-Mac? Let's hear what you, because we know what y'all heard in middle school from the LA
it was definitely harder to guard Kobe.
That's it.
It was definitely harder to guard
That's
Kobe.
it. That's it.
Look at his fist. Look at his fist.
Look at him. Peon.
Like what can you?
Pimp
Look at
speed,
Look at that. Like he mad for no reason.
bro.
But collectively, I mean, it was games where T-Mac would go to work too. But when I was guarding T-Mac versus Kobe, it's a different player. You know, I mean, they had similar moves. Like they both could spin right, they could fade right, they could fade left. But collectively, what people were saying, it was an era and point in time where nobody really knew at that point in time.
And he's talking about maybe 2 years.
Thank you. I don't even think it was 3 for real.
And you know, Artest is just trying to sound nice because he just said Kobe was definitely harder to guard.
No, but he's talking about
similar.
He's talking about around the league that this was the conversation, but to him personally, he believed. And if you ask more people that guard, I'm pretty sure a lot of people is going to say Kobe.
But you also got to know people didn't like Kobe like that. Like even think about the All-Star game when Jordan and them, they was all bashing him in the locker room. Kobe personality rubbed people the wrong way, and T-Mac wasn't a threat. So when you're not a threat, you're more likable. You know what I mean?
So if we look at their matchup and Kobe won more of the matchup, does that stop the argument?
Oh, never. Kobe's always been way better than T-Mac.
Yeah, Kobe just better than that nigga, bro.
No, that's because I seen the matchup. Kobe was outplaying him.
About somebody.
But you gotta understand,
this...
right? Kobe's playing the long game. So game 62 of the regular season don't mean as much to Kobe because he's playing for the championship.
For the chip.
T-Mac, that game 62, he approaching it with his life because his season ends early.
Nigga say, hey.
That's a loser.
Yeah, so it's just like some of these games mean more to. It's just like LeBron. I don't care how big you think the game is. It's probably just another game of Bron. You came out and gave your best effort, Bron. Like, hey, this is just another game for me. I got bigger aspirations. And I'm talking about prime Bron. You know, even Bron now is too much that he done did to give a fuck. Like,
you know what's funny too about this whole thing? It's the simple fact that we're trying to compare Kobe and T-Mac at a specific little time. Kobe's basically considered number 2 or 3 after Jordan, just all around. Why are we talking about these people?
Like
we're talking about a 2-year span in 2003.
Look at Gil.
You're disrespecting Kobe right now.
I know.
Nick Young said, "All I have to break Kobe."
And just at that point in time.
Sound like it was a lot of haters in 2002.
Oh no,
That's your point,
I'm just offended what was being talked about in 2000.
I probably Legos when this shit was going on. They don't know what the fuck.
I probably had a harder time with Kobe.
Y'all playing Legos.
All I seen was sweet.
These niggas playing with their money.
Niggas came out.
But you want to know? But
get these shits out here. Get these shits out here.
They have no idea, and you want to continue to have this conversation.
Hey, could Shaq have went to?
You're right.
Could Shaq have went to somewhere T-Mac was at if he wanted to? Because Shaq chose to go to LA, and then.
Yeah, like I don't know.
He said if T-Mac was so good, why Shaq ain't go over there with him?
I think Shaq picked Kobe over T-Mac. I think that's what he's saying.
That's what he was saying. If T-Mac was so good, why did I pick Kobe?
That's a good point.
Yeah. So could he have gone? I wonder if he could have gone where T-Mac was in Toronto at the time, right? No, where was T-Mac? Hold on.
No, T-Mac was in Orlando.
No, he wasn't in Orlando. He was in Toronto. He was in Toronto.
Yeah, that was.
Maybe he's not going to go to Toronto.
Okay, your 2009, the 2009 team, right?
The 10.
Team 2010.
Oh, no, 9 Rockets or 10?
But the Rockets? Yeah,
No,
8-9. That team was crazy.
Okay. Okay, that team was crazy.
But
Did y'all have, starting off the season, did y'all feel y'all had a chance?
Because I remember they went 24-0 or some shit. I remember that. I was in high school. I was like, man, T-Mac is the best. I was wrong.
You was talking a lot of shit that year. I remember.
Yeah.
That was the
Kobe
deepest
came
team
back
I've
won
been
the
on.
championship.
Well,
How about that?
when you look at that team, listen, I got there, I was playing 5 minutes. You know when you get to a team and they say you're going to play and you don't? And you're like, damn, I'm in my prime. I'm 28. And I'm not playing 5 minutes a game. I'm like, oh my career. Yo, my guy. It was difficult, right? So I'm like, one time, Coach Adam, who I love, put me in the game. It was like, I don't know, 30 seconds, like a minute. Because Shane was there. They already had chemistry. They just won 33 in a row last year. They add me, and I'm just a piece at this point. You know. So then T-Mac got hurt.
That's Aaron Brooks too, right?
Aaron Brooks was there. Actually, Rafa was there, and I think Aaron came. No, Kyle Lowry came. Yeah, we had Aaron Brooks, Scola, that hook. Man, that team was sick, yo.
So the injuries kind of fucked that team off.
Yeah, I mean, we took the Lakers to 7 with no T-Mac. With Yao broke his foot game 3, and Dikembe broke his knee, and he was 43. But keep in mind, Dikembe was averaging 10-10 against the Portland Trailblazers. We was a 6 seed. He was a 3 seed.
I remember that.
Dikembe was blocking everything at the rim. You've had 43. Anything coming to the rim. You know what I mean? You got to look at those highlights.
He was hurt?
Yes.
So Dikembe?
Some games.
Oh, T-Mac didn't play.
Y'all made it past the first round.
T-Mac didn't play as. When T-Mac got hurt, I started.
They gonna punch Nick Young in the face.
They got better when T-Mac got hurt.
T-Mac always getting hurt, bro. He got back spasm.
Team had, I think that was the team. They had like this little guard called Aaron Brooks.
Aaron Brooks, the guy with the funny legs.
Yeah, real fast, fast. Getting to
Louis Scola,
bro.
Yeah, I remember that team. That's when Kobe too was telling Shambad, "You can't guard me."
Yeah, that was actually a very tough series.
That was a tough one, bro.
They had Ron Artest and Shane Battier
both locked down.
Literally
Defense.
was better without T-Mac, bro, because their defense was elite.
I was gonna say that, and I ain't gonna lie. One game they held Kobe to 15 points.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
It was tough. It was tough.
Yeah,
it was not
Shane
easy.
Battier was he was a lockdown defender. He played hard.
Yeah, no, that was crazy though. But no, like this is, it's crazy that people would say anything these days, bro, to kind of solidify their point and their legacy. T-Mac, Gil, both great players, but there's level to the shit. So when we're talking about Kobe, I don't want to hear old stories. Back in the day, they used to say, we don't care.
Yeah, put some respect on his name, bro.
We don't care.
Let's stop this.
It is what it is.
Just madness.
Yeah. Now I think we can cap it here. I think I'm gonna start more. We're gonna start shooting here probably more because it's probably faster and easier, and I can share things much quicker and easier. So we can just keep doing it on here.
No worries.
I know what it is. Yeah, this is Game On Blitz. Let me make sure I do my outro before we get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because
who just made that sound? It wasn't me.
That's Brandon Jennings. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This is Game On Blitz. We were here, but we're not. We're gone. Peace out. We out.
All right, guys.